welcome to Breakroom Bullshit.
We are live from the red carpet.
that's where it is.
We're famous now, Dave.
We are famous.
It's because everyone's following our Twitter at BreakroomBS1. That is our Twitter at BreakroomBS1.
Yeah, that's a good Twitter that we have. We really got right into it this week. We didn't bullshit or nothing.
How many followers did we get tonight, Dave?
We got 4 followers tonight for a grand total of 9.
We had 5 at the beginning of the day.
We did a bunch of networking. That's what business people call it.
We did networking, and we gathered within a 3-hour period. We gathered 4 followers.
That's almost 1 an hour.
We only had to tweet 20 different things.
We became quite obsessed with trying to get followers. It was really quite pathetic.
We were exploring all the different hashtags. What was the dark matter one? The dark matter that falls out of our buttholes.
Yeah, it falls out, and you make these sounds, and it's like shit coming out of your butthole. I think. Foot. That's the sound that makes foot. So that was a fun time for us to fuck around. There's also our SoundCloud. That's where you can actually get our podcast. You
can't listen to it from our Twitter unless you go into our Twitter profile. Click on our SoundCloud profile,
or you can just go on the actual. Whenever we post it on the Twitter, you can listen to it through Twitter. You can just hit play and listen to the podcast there.
Why are we telling people to listen to us through SoundCloud if they're listening to us?
Well, because like maybe they're listening on Twitter, or maybe their friend's hearing it because they downloaded it.
Their friend is listening.
Oh, thank God! Someone downloaded it and they don't know where they got it from because they forgot.
They got it from SoundCloud.
The page is Breakroom BS, and then you can just search for Breakroom Bullshit. You can stream or download it.
Me?
Either one you want to do.
Oh.
So what? What are you doing?
I think we got another follower.
We got another follower?
Possibly. Let's see. Hold on.
Do we got another follower on during the podcast? What does it say?
Hold on. I'm trying to...
It still says 9.
Well, what the fuck did I just get then?
Okay, you're wasting everyone's...
a message.
Oh, what's it say? Hold on, I want to read it on here. Hi, how goes? Thanks for the ad. Can you check out my pop culture website, Scatronix.com? It's the best on the net.
Basically, we were asking people to promote our thing, but instead they're asking a podcast with 9 followers to help them promote their page.
They're not doing it right. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a segment next week, which is gonna be entitled the segment where we answer your tweet questions on Twitter. That's the name of the segment. So basically,
it's like a Q&A.
You need to go on Twitter and ask us questions. And we're going to answer them on there. And it has the potential to be a very fucking short segment because no one's going to ask any questions.
No, I asked Twitter tonight. Maybe we might get some questions by the end of the show, but I don't think
we're very impatient in regards to the whole followers and listeners things. Like, we want them immediately. We want immediate gratification, like right now. So go on to Breakroom BS1, the number 1. That's Breakroom BS1, and ask us questions. And we'll answer them next week, and it'll be a good time. So that's about all we got going on. Here.
What do you have?
I got nothing. Let's go over some news.
Oh, all right.
Breaking news. Am I going to read these, or you want to try to struggle through?
I can try to struggle. You guys can all listen to me stutter through these. All right. Doug Liman to direct Warner Brothers' Dark Universe movie. After many months of no news, speculation on the project may be on ice. Variety, there it is. Variety
on ice.
Variety reports the director Doug Liman has signed on to direct Warner Brothers' Dark Universe movie, aka Justice League Dark.
What's a Dark Universe?
To be honest, I have no idea. I really wish they explained this in the article.
You don't even know? Mm-mm. Well, then why are we even talking about it?
Well, I know some of the characters that it includes. I actually highlighted them down. Oh, I did not highlight them. But Constantine.
Does it have anything? Yeah, Keanu Reeves was in the movie.
Swamp Thing.
Does it have anything to do with Dark Matter, like the Dark Matter stuff?
Ooh. Missed opportunity for a tweet right there.
Yeah.
Zatanna.
You really fucked up.
She's basically this chick who's dressed like a magician slut.
I like sluts, and I like
someone
magicians.
Named Frankenstein. I guess they can just...
You think she can, like, magically make my cock bigger?
Zatanna?
Yeah. I don't know what the problem is.
Zatanna does sound hot. It's like a porn star.
I always thought 2 inches was big, but I think I might have been wrong.
No, that's pretty decent sized. He's bigger than me.
Yes.
Dead Man, Madame Xanadu, The Phantom Stranger, and then that's it.
Well, what are we even just talking about? What are those names?
Those are members of a team called the Justice League Dark.
So basically, the Justice League is the cool ones everyone's heard of. Justice League Dark is all the stupid people that no one knows who they are.
Basically, once again, Warner Brothers is getting ahead of themselves and going for a team movie when they don't even have characters built up for the regular Justice League team.
Let's go with the percentage here. How many members did you say there were? 5?
Like 7.
7?
Around.
Okay.
That says among the ranks, though, so there's others.
Okay, so let's go with about 15% represents a person, okay? Uh-huh. What percentage of this Justice League is an Asian female?
The Swamp Thing sound Asian?
No.
There could be tentacles.
So it's 0, basically?
Maybe Swamp Thing will use its tentacles on Zatanna.
Okay, the percentage of Asian females in the Dark Justice League represents the percentage of interest I have in this movie.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're working on this movie, to be honest with you.
Maybe they should work on making their normal universe movies better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Suicide Squad was such a fucking flop. Why are they even worrying about this?
I thought we weren't going to get into Suicide Squad.
No. I'm going to try my very best not to talk about Killer Croc.
Okay.
Yeah. But, do you have any DC news, or?
I mean, I don't have any news, remember?
Do you want to look over that? Oh, yeah, that's right. I was in charge of the news.
Yeah, you fucker.
Look how good I did.
Yeah, you did great. Let's talk about Captain Marvel. She's a chick, right?
Yeah.
Does she have big knockers?
She probably does.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What are you doing? You think she'd sit on my face?
Yes.
What if there's a director chair in there? You think she'd sit in that instead?
No.
The Hollywood Reporter brings word of a director's shortlist for Marvel Studios' upcoming Captain Marvel. Nikki Caro, who directed Whale Rider and McFarlane USA, and Leslie Linka Glatter, she directed some Walking Dead and some Homeland, and Lorene Scafaria directed The Meddler and Seeking a Friend for the End of the World. Those are that's the short list of directors.
Are you familiar with any of these movies?
I'm not familiar with anything I said.
I saw a little bit of McFarlane USA. That doesn't really seem like someone I don't know. I can't see that style being turned into a big cosmic Marvel Universe
hoopla?
movie.
Is it going to be a hoopla?
Hoopla.
You're an idiot. Hold on now. What do you think you're doing here?
The Walking Dead chick.
Yeah.
I could see her doing it, possibly.
Yeah.
And who was that last one?
She did The Meddler and Seeking a Friend for the End of the World.
Okay, that was the one with Steve Carell, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did not see that, but I can't imagine a Steve Carell movie being that good now.
Yeah, I don't think he's good at doing things at all.
He was good on The Office. I love The Office.
No, it wasn't good.
That's your opinion, man.
Yeah, it says the film will feature Carol Danvers' version of the character. What's that mean?
That's basically, anytime you hear Captain Marvel, that's the first character who would come to mind.
All right, set to be played by Brie Larson. What's a Brie Larson do?
Brie Larson starred in The Room. Did you see Don John?
Donald John?
Don John with Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I don't know what that means. No, I did not.
I was rewatching that the other night because it is a fucking phenomenal film in my opinion.
Oh.
But I didn't realize she was the sister in that movie.
Oh.
But yeah, she was in The Room. She won. I believe she won some awards for that. Not the movie itself.
She won like a.
Did you watch that yet?
What?
The Room?
No.
Or I think not The Room. It's just called Room.
Yeah, I didn't watch that.
They make that a point in the movie. It's not The Room.
Can we talk about stuff that matters, or what are we gonna do here?
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm sorry, I'm kidding.
Keep going.
I'm not trying to say that you don't matter.
You asked who she was. I'm just telling you what she was in.
I never asked you who she was. I think you might be. You know, at one point, part of the script for Joss Whedon's Avengers: Age of Ultron. For all the listeners, I just want to tell you that Gable is fucking horrible at highlighting things.
The highlighters are crapping on me.
Horrible. This is what you have highlighted. At one point, part of the script for Joss Whedon's Avengers. You have like the second part of the sentence highlighted.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
It was meant for me to read, not for you to read. I would have known what to say.
I don't know what this means. Okay, so Kevin Feige explained the decision was ultimately made not to rush her appearance.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting about the Avengers.
Okay, so what it's saying is that she was initially going to be
She was supposed to be in Age of Ultron,
but they didn't want to rush it. I respect that.
That's a smart decision,
I respect that.
Now, if Warner Brothers was doing this movie, they would have her plus 17 other characters being thrown into the mix.
Okay, this isn't highlighted, but she's going to make her debut in the Infinity War movie, the first one. In 2018, and
that wasn't important to me.
And they're going to have the Captain Marvel film between the two Infinity War movies. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the character.
Nicole Perlman,
to the movie.
This is Guardians of the Galaxy. Was she a writer? She must be a writer. This is Nicole Perlman and Meg Leval are scripting the feature. If she had anything to do with the script of Guardians, that's only a good thing then. All right, here, you can take over the next one. I can do
the next one?
Yeah, I trust you.
All right, The Fault in Our Stars screenwriters join Fox's New Mutants movie. The Hollywood Reporter brings word that The Fault in Our Stars screenwriter Scott Neustadter, that's a...
Neutered,
whatever. And Michael H. Weber are reteaming with director Josh Boone for the upcoming X-Men spin-off film, New Mutants. Boone previously completed a few drafts of the script with Nate Gwaltney. This is why I shouldn't be reading.
Why don't you give that to me?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so we got The Fault in the Stars streamer. Okay, these people are writing something that's X-Men. Next one. Okay, what do we got going on next here? No, I'm kidding.
No,
okay, there's a Fox's New Mutants movie.
Yeah, it's I've read a few issues of the original run. Of New Mutants.
Let's go over who's in this new group here. We got Magic, who is the sister of Colossus.
Yeah.
Wolfsbane.
Yeah.
Can change into a lycanthrope at will. We got Danny Moonstar, aka Mirage. She can do stuff. We have Cannonball.
A lot of people know Cannonball.
It says who can thrust himself into any woman at will. Now, is that rape?
No. It's a superpower, so it's not.
Okay, cool. And he can also fly with an energy propulsion. Sunspot, who can absorb and channel solar radiation. And Warlock, a techno-orgasmic? Oh, organic.
Yeah, that's that guy right there.
He looks like he's really tweaking there.
Explain what he looks like.
Okay, he looks like some sort of metal, skinny bug guy with one giant eye and a small eye.
Yeah, I believe he can manipulate his shape.
I don't know why he chose that shape then.
It looks cool.
I don't know.
Maybe he's fucked up in the head, man.
Do you ever think like someone like Green Lantern can just like create a giant green dick and just beat someone to death?
I actually think we had this conversation already on the podcast.
Okay, I know it. No, we did talk about Green Lantern, but this is different. If you would have interrupted me, you would know that I'm talking about something else. What I'm saying is, like, can he just make his hand into a giant green dick and just beat someone to death with it? So they're being humiliated because they're getting beat with a penis?
Darkseid getting beaten to death with a giant green cock.
That'd be fucking sweet, dude.
I'd pay to see that.
That represents every single wet dream I've ever had in my life.
All of them?
Everyone at some point either starts, comes into play, or ends with a giant green dick.
What about those ones you told me about with Kevin Nash in it?
He had the giant green dick in his pants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He was dressed up as the Jolly Green Giant from his bean commercials.
He was like, "Move forth, penis." That's what he said, and it just came at me.
Penis ho.
Yeah, he didn't say ho. Let's talk about the Monolith movie in the first place.
As many of you know on our Twitter, all of our followers would know that Dave and I are both very excited for the Monolith movie. All right, Matt, move on to the next one.
No, I want you to read this. Okay, the Monolith is going to be a giant. It's the thing, and there's people. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Captain Marvel shirts. We only have one more.
There it is.
Bryan Singer teases Legion's connection to future X-Men movies. What's a Legion? What's an X-Men? And who's Bryan Singer?
Did you see the trailer for Legion?
No.
Really?
What is it?
Legion's like a alternate reality version of Professor Xavier's son, who I don't know the exact details on it, but he apparently can. He has like I hate you.
It was a really yawn. It just happened to sound.
He pretty much. Why do you explain things?
I'm sorry, go.
Don't ask me questions and then interrupt me.
I apologize.
And but he
is Legion from Mass Effect? Because I know there's Legions in Mass Effect.
Yes.
Okay, go.
He's from Mass Effect.
That's it?
Yes.
What was that?
I don't feel like doing this.
Just burp?
No, I just said yeah.
I thought you hiccuped.
You asked if that's it, and I said yeah.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, who is he really though?
He's pretty like a version alternate reality Professor Xavier's son.
3 Mississippi, 4. I feel like if I
okay, once is funny, but if you keep doing it, it gets annoying. You
realize earlier today I tried to do this, and you do this exact thing. Probably.
Yeah, but we're recording. This is like official.
It's official.
It's official. People are going to be like, "Oh, I want to hear what he has to say. I want to hear who this character is," and they're just like, "Why is this guy keep interrupting him? We're never gonna." All we know is that he's from Mass Effect. That's all we know.
What if they think it's even funnier than I do, though? You have to keep in mind, there might be a lot of dickheads that are listening who think this is funny.
I don't know.
Okay, you take the reins. I'm sitting the paper down. That means I'm serious. When I sit the paper down on the desk, that means it's real. It's got real.
Well, Legion introduces the story of David Haller. Since he was a teenager, David...
Are you reading it off the script?
No.
Or off the page? You're reading it off the fucking page.
Yeah, I don't really exactly know who he is. I know he has like a shit... Like, he pretty much has any power imaginable, but all the powers are in different parts of his brain or something. Okay. So he can only access like one at a time.
Okay, well, this says that Legion introduces the story of David Haller. Since he was a teenager, David has struggled with mental illness. Diagnosed as a schizophrenic, David has been known to take out his penis in psychiatric hospitals and beat them over people's heads.
But after
a strange encounter...
Kevin Nash's giant green penis.
No, it doesn't say anything about that. You're being silly. What the fuck? But after a strange encounter with a calculator, his penis started counting. That doesn't even make any sense. What does this even mean?
This is funny to nobody except us. I hope you know that.
He's confronted with the possibility his penis became sentient as it counts to 26. Why 26? I don't understand. Why 26?
I cannot wait for this show.
His penis counts to 26. He suddenly loses patience by the time it reaches 35. I don't understand what's going on.
He waited all the way to 26, but 35 was too far of a stretch for him.
Once it narrowed into 86, Heinz Ward came in, and then the plot really began to thicken. Okay.
That's not the only thing that thickened.
Is it his penis? Okay. Before the show even filmed this pilot episode, okay, I don't care about that. Well, the show was conceived as a standalone piece.
Yeah.
But Bryan Singer echoed this sentiment. Well, apparently they changed their mind, saying part of the X-Men universe, when you watched it, you wouldn't have to label it. It could exist completely on its own. So I guess he was backing up the standalone thing. Mm-hmm. Singer went on, however, and said Legion and another planned X-Men TV series will relate to future X-Men movies with a really ambitious and fun and very unique storyline. So how's it a standalone? I mean, it's not really a standalone if it's connecting.
Basically, we have no idea if it's standalone or connects.
That's good. It says the only X-Men films announced are Wolverine 3, Deadpool 2, and the New Mutants.
You know what I got from this? What's the name of the guy who's in charge of the Legion show?
Noah Hawley.
Alright, basically he wants it to be a standalone, and I feel like Bryan Singer is like, ooh, this is a cool idea, let's make it part of my universe.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Does that sound right?
That kind of sounds like something that DC would do, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing or what's going on.
That's not DC. Really. You mean Fox.
I mean, it's DC property.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
You're looking at Dark Justice League again.
Oh, yeah. That's what I was looking at, actually.
Oh, boy.
I know. I'm not very good at this. Well, that's all the news we have, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is a look at this, 20 minutes.
20 minutes. We're doing good this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We didn't really mention that our goal is to get down to our 2-hour time period. We set out to make this a 2-hour podcast, and we were worried we wouldn't have enough content for a 2-hour podcast.
Yeah, this is like before the first show.
Yeah, and then it turned out our first episode was fucking 4 hours.
Yeah, we doubled our time.
And then the second episode we were going to make a short one, even less than 2 hours, ended up being 3 hours. Mm-hmm. So our goal is to kind of get this closer to the 2-hour time frame. Mm-hmm. We got lots of cool stuff coming up. We have some movie reviews coming up. We have our segment with Tito again, some more trailer reviews, and a bunch of talk for the end. We can talk about the convention I went to, some Marvel stuff, and possibly
some questions from our mass amounts of
listeners.
You guys are extremely supportive. Thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate all you following us, and you guys are just you really make it worth doing this show. Because sometimes I'm tired and I do a lot of work on it, but I'm like, just seeing all the people that appreciate it, that's what really makes it worthwhile. Just all you people that are so supportive, so nice, you really you appreciate the hell out of us. You're always just sending us tweets about how good our show is, about how you respect what we do. It's a lot of heart. Fuck all of you. You're a bunch of assholes for not listening. No, I'm kidding.
That's alright. They'll listen.
Yeah, and if you listen, I apologize.
To be fair, it's probably not even their fault.
Gable, I apologize for Gable's recent statement saying "fuck all of you." If you want him taken off the show, we'll see what we can do. But he shouldn't have said that, and we apologize for that. But we're gonna take our first break here, and we are going to be back here momentarily with Gable's comic review, which I'm sure will take about 3 hours to do.
That's because you're a douche.
And we'll be back.
Hit record.
I hit record.
Oh, cool. Hey, and we're back.
Now, keep in mind, you're much closer to the mic.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll be back. Sorry, guys.
Cool. All right, yeah, we're back. I hope you enjoyed our break. We played some music and we didn't talk. It was a cool break. Mm-hmm. Whatever happened with our commercial idea?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I thought your cousin was supposed to record those or someone.
Well, I only wrote the one.
Oh.
They're a lot of work.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get some.
If you do one, we'll check and see how good it is, and maybe it'll inspire me to do more. It's just so much work.
Yeah, dude, I'd imagine.
It's a lot of work. But this is Gable's comic review of comics that are old because Gable's cheap.
Yeah, I'm cheap. Marvel Unlimited.
Now you said something about some
TV show,
some movie about a runaway bride being adapted to something. Bride.
Yeah, well.
Is Richard Gere in that?
So I thought Marvel exclusively did their shows with.
I mean, hold on. Let's pause this for a second. Did you guys hear that, listeners? Did you hear how I asked him a question? He just ignored me.
That's because you had an asinine question.
Who are you to make that determination?
Your co-host.
Oh yeah.
Hey, okay. How's it going?
All right.
Fair enough.
What
Gable wins an argument.
Was Richard Gere Runaway Bride?
Yeah, I think so. I don't fucking know, man. Do you think I watch Runaway Bride? I sit at home and watch Sandra Bullock fucking movies.
She's in that?
I have no idea.
You just lost points.
I don't know.
She's in that. You knew it.
Is she?
No,
she's not.
I don't know.
Now you know.
I look it up on my phone, but you yell at me because you say I'm texting again. But I would. Just
look it up on my phone, but I have the summary pulled up, and I'm afraid to lose it.
Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I've been waiting for you to go. You keep talking about Richard Gere putting fucking gerbils.
Oh, you didn't even know the summary of it.
Isn't that a thing? Didn't Richard Gere put a gerbil in his butt? Did you ever hear about that?
I think in South Park he did, didn't he?
No, I think it's like a fucking one of those urban legend type things.
Yeah,
where there's some rumor going around that Richard Gere put a gerbil in his butt and everyone thinks he did it.
Yeah, kind of like how the Kramer said racist things, but he didn't.
I mean, but he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. He said it on. He said it on a stage in front of.
I know. No,
did you watch that Curb Your Enthusiasm episode with him?
No.
Dude, it's a whole fucking episode. The cast is in it. Like Jerry's in it. We should
call our show ADHD.
We should. Jerry's in it. Elaine, fucking George, Krim. They're all in it. And the premise of the episode is that Larry David and Seinfeld want to do a reunion show. So all four of them are in it, and they're trying to get everyone on board. Uh-huh. In the episode, they address Kramer being racist. It's really fucking funny. It's a really good episode.
I'll have to look this one up.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. I do. Wait, I might have traded it in because I don't think it's that good, but it had two really good episodes. The Seinfeld one and the Michael J. Fox one was really fun.
The Michael J. Fox one's the only one I've ever seen.
You saw that one?
Yeah.
Wasn't it really
fucking funny? That was really funny. I like how he's really open to talking about his shit.
I like how he's like, so is that Was that the Parkinsons? And Michael J. Fox like, yeah, that was the Parkinsons. Anyway, let's...
Okay. So Marvel, I thought, exclusively made their shows on Netflix, but it turns out I was wrong. They're doing a show called Runaways.
You never heard of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., apparently. That's weird.
I mean, I thought we were talking about streaming services. It's like if someone said, "Oh, we're going to do these ABC shows," and then started doing shows on CBS. It wouldn't make sense. To me, at least. Anyway, but yeah, they're doing a show called Runaways on Hulu. Or maybe Hulu's pursuing to do it. I don't know who's trying to make this deal here.
I don't know how much you know about this show, but is it supposed to tie into, like... Because in Marvel's eyes, all the Netflix series are in the same universe as the movies, right?
Yeah.
Is the Runaways supposed to be the same thing?
Well, whenever from reading the comic, like it was about a group of kids, like in a like.
Did they run away?
They were in the world,
and they ran away.
I'll give you the summary later. Shut up. They were in the world, right?
I just want to know if they ran away.
Yes,
okay.
They're in the world, like the same universe as all the Marvel superheroes, and like they try to like report their issue to the police, and they're like, "Oh yeah, even if you weren't lying about the supervillain activities." Even if you weren't lying about the supervillain activity, I would just tell you to call the Avengers. And he's like, well, I've been trying to call the Avengers since I was 8. It just goes straight to a hotline. So, like, the Avengers exist, but, like, they manipulate, they have it in such a way that nobody believes them about what's going on. So, they don't really tie in much with the story.
Okay, now, don't think this the wrong way, but you completely didn't answer my question in any way, shape, or form. Do
they run away? Yes.
No. I was asking you, do you know if this show is supposed to be in the same universe as the shows in the movies?
That's
I mean, I understand you said
I kind of implied it. I kind of implied.
Have they answered that yet or no?
No, they haven't answered it. Like, came out and said anything. But I would imagine it would like be the same type of deal where it would take place in the same universe, but it just won't. They won't really have any.
Why do you? You keep implying you're better than me.
Yes, because I am.
That's not... Why are you looking down towards my dick right now? I just saw you
I keep looking at your WrestleMania shirt, to be honest.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was here. WrestleMania 17 in Houston, I went to it.
Yeah.
I was sitting 4th row.
Yeah, is that when you got the chair? That's when you got the chair, right?
Yeah, I drank a lot of cum. I drank a lot of cum for those seats. Mm-hmm. A lot of cum.
I do that, and I don't even get seats for it.
A lot of Houston Cowboys came right in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Right in my mouth.
Why is this... Excuse me. Sidebar here. Why is this not in the news category?
What? The top one?
Yeah, this one I'm looking at right here.
Well, because we were going to have a giant discussion about it.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know what's funny? I thought about putting all these things in the news category.
Is that right next to your other bigoted topics?
Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
It will later.
No, well...
Anyway.
I was thinking about putting all these in I was thinking about putting those in the news section earlier.
We are 6 minutes and 30 seconds into this segment. Yeah.
And all you've done is talk about the Runaways.
That's not true at all.
I mean, that's all you talk about.
Okay, so let me tell our listeners.
No, our listener.
Our listener.
My sister.
Let me tell your sister what this is all about. Hello, Dave's sister.
It's funny because it's true.
What's her first name so I can address
her?
Kathy. All right, Kathy.
Yeah, lean back, fucker.
All right, Kathy. Listen here. This is what the Runaways.
You call her Cat. People call her Cat.
Well, why didn't you say that?
I don't call her Cat.
Oh, okay.
But you can.
All right, Cat.
Why do you say it like such a all right, Cat? Such disdain.
Because you told me it was Kathy.
Why do you have so much disdain?
Because you gave me the wrong name.
Yeah, so much disdain for our only listener. If she stops listening, we're fucked.
Here we go.
Fuck.
The series features a group of 6 kids whose parents routinely meet every year for a charity event.
Any group of less than 6 is fucking losers.
That's true.
We were losers earlier today.
Yeah.
No longer, because we have more than 6 followers.
That's true. This is true.
Yeah.
How many people are in this room right now, Dave?
2? Oh, fuck. Yeah, but you can't have 6 people doing a podcast. That's asinine.
It'd be crazy, man.
So there's a group of 6 kids that touch each other.
Their parents meet routinely every year for a charity event. One year, the kids spy on their parents and learn that they are a supervillain organization called the Pride.
Are these kids all friends or something?
Because their parents meet, they're like kind of like family friends. They're like you should see at the beginning. Alex, one of the main characters. He's like, oh no, they're coming over again. It's like I'm babysitting every time. So he's kind of like feels like he's forced to hang out with them because it's his parents' friends' kids. You know what I mean?
He's like, oh man.
Yeah.
How old is he?
I think he's they're all in about like the 16, 17 years of age
He's
range.
trying to get some pussy.
Except for one character named Molly.
He's trying to get some pussy.
She's like 9.
Why is he trying to fuck a 9-year-old? That's not right.
He's not.
Why are we talking? What is this? Stephen King's It? These kids shouldn't be having sex. That's terrible.
That's true. They should not be. 1 year, the kids spy on their parents and learn they're the organization called Pride.
You said Pride?
A criminal, the Pride. They're called the Pride. A criminal group of mob bosses, time travelers, dark wizards, mad scientists, alien invaders, and telepathic mutants. Okay, each one of the parents are a different one of those.
In the grand scheme of all those things, the mob boss sounds like a fucking douche.
Yeah, it's like a supervillain mob type.
Read all those again.
Time travelers.
Pretty badass. You can change the future. You can destroy the world.
Okay, so 2 of the parents are a mother and father are mob bosses. A mother and father are time travelers. A mother and father are dark wizards.
Wizards. Okay, wait.
Each set of them are different.
Okay, yeah. So you got time travelers that can travel through time. They can fuck all kinds of shit. You got dark wizards who can do whatever they want.
Dude, the mob boss Alex is the child of the mob bosses, and like he doesn't have any power except he can plan things very well.
So the mob bosses are like, hey, they're part of this supervillain organization. They're like, say I'm gonna rob you. Say, yeah. So they pull out their guns and they're like, I'm gonna rob you now. And the dark wizard's like, what the fuck are you doing? Let me just kill them with my mind.
Yeah,
the father traveler's like, I'll make sure you were never born.
The father kind of reminds me of Terry Crews. Do you know who Terry Crews is?
Terry Crews was in Weekend at Bernie's, and he was also in Friday the 13th Part 7.
Terry Crews?
Maybe not.
No. Terry Crews is that black guy who has like the pecs.
I'm thinking of Terry Kaiser.
He's in the Old Spice commercials.
I think I'm thinking of Terry Kaiser.
No. Yeah, you're not thinking of who I'm talking about.
I'm talking about someone who's actually a talented actor. You're talking about some guy that can move his fucking man tits.
Yeah. Alright, so you got all those people. Those are the parents.
Well, what are the other 3? What are the other 3 powers? I got the mobsters, the time travelers, the dark wizards.
The mobsters, time travelers, dark wizards, mad scientists.
Mad scientists, I guess, is a little is
better
than the mob. Pretty cool. But they're better than the mob.
Alien invaders.
Okay, that's pretty badass.
Dude, the one chick's really badass. She like fucking
big titties.
She like.
How big are her titties?
She learns.
Dude,
I don't know. She's like 17. How big is a 17-year-old? I don't think.
Why are you trying to make me feel bad now?
I don't think we're legally.
Why are you doing that? You're trying to make me seem like a fucking. She's 17. Why'd you do that?
She's only 17.
I'm talking about her parents, the fucking invaders. I'm not talking about the 17-year-old.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm talking about the alien mom's titties.
They have baggy clothes on. We're moving on.
Baggy. So she could
That's
have
not true at all. That's not true
at
all.
She could have a dick.
They don't have baggy clothes on. But yeah, like she finds out about her powers because I guess there's this people have like allergies and they wear those bracelets like that like say they're allergic to whatever. Don't give this. You never seen these medical bracelets?
I've seen like those watches that you have to press a button and the time shows up.
No, I hate you. People have medical bracelets, Dave, and then it shows that they're allergic to like penicillin or whatever.
Why don't they just tell them?
Because if you're passed out and you need to be given medicine, I don't think
you can
just
in your
be
wallet.
Like,
that's where you're supposed to keep all your important information is in your wallet.
I don't think people are checking your wallet if you're passed out on the ground.
The first thing someone does when someone's passed out is try to get their wallet.
That's true.
I mean, they're gonna see.
That's true. But yeah, I guess she's like, oh, I've been wearing this my whole life.
And it says alien on it?
There's nothing abnormal about it. Well, no, it's like made of a certain metal. Why are you laughing? You're doing that thing again.
You have a medical bracelet that says allergic to penicillin. Hers just says alien invader on it.
It'd be a little silly.
Alien invader.
But I guess it's like made of some sort of metal that suppresses her powers. So when she takes it off for the first time in 11 years, because she thought she always had to wear it at all times, when she takes it off, her body just starts illuminating and she can start flying and shit, and she has all these powers.
Why did she think she had to wear
it? Because of the... she thought she was normal. She didn't know she had like powers. She thought it was just something that would like if she got... The same reason anyone would wear a fucking medical bracelet, Dave.
Well, what did it say on it?
What do you mean what did it say?
Someone wears a medical bracelet so if something happens they don't have to give them penicillin. What does she think that's going to do?
It keeps the doctor from giving her penicillin.
So it said no penicillin on it?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. You're just saying that.
Well, I mean, medical bracelets, I would assume, have stuff like that on it.
So it wasn't a medical bracelet, but it just looked like a medical bracelet, so she wouldn't take it off.
They didn't go into such fine detail as to write that on there, but I think it was implied that that's what was wrong with her.
What do you mean that's what was wrong with her?
Well, that's what she was told was wrong with her, is that she was allergic to penicillin.
Yeah, I'm not saying specifically penicillin. What I'm saying is, so it was a medical.
Keeps,
so she
it
thought
keeps
it was
the
a medical
doctors
bracelet.
from accidentally giving you something that you're not able.
Yeah,
to have
I understand what that is. I completely understand exactly what you're saying. I know what a medical bracelet. I know what a medical bracelet is. I understand it's not specific penicillin. What I'm saying is, so she thought it was just a normal medical bracelet.
She thought it was a normal medical bracelet.
That's all.
And had to wear it her entire life.
That's all.
And then they find out that her parents are superpowers or supervillains. And they're snooping around like houses, and they find this note that's in her parents' will that has the medical logo on it and a big like Ghostbusters.
So was it like a giant medical bracelet to put around her neck?
Yeah, well, it was like a hint. It was just that image, like medical symbol and that, and then she's like, "Oh, I have this bracelet on."
What was it doing there?
It was part of her parents' will. She was snooping around in.
Part of the will just had the symbol, and that was it?
Yeah, I guess they intended her to find out that she had powers after they passed away.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, it's that'll all tie in later.
Is this one Terra Prime?
No, that one is her name's Carolina. They later picked superhero names for themselves. Like her name was Lucy in the Sky. She picked for herself.
That's a pretty dumb name.
Okay. I didn't even finish this synopsis here yet. Let's finish this and we'll go back and discuss it.
Her name is Lucy in the Sky. Like, what do you call her if she's just in bed sleeping and not in the sky? Hey, it's Lucy in the Sky in her bed, not in the sky. That's a dumb name, Lucy in the Sky. And it's 4 words.
It is a really long name. The first time I saw it, I was like, that's her whole name? And they don't even call her, like, just Lucy at any time. They call her Lucy in the Sky every time.
Yeah, so the government's like, hey, we need help. Can we get a hold of Lucy in the Sky? We can't get a hold of Lucy in the Sky. What's Lucy in the Sky's phone number? We need to get a hold of Lucy in the Sky. That's just stupid.
It just sounds dumb.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you. Like, it's a really long name.
Can you get her to change it?
Yes.
Is it Stan Lee's fault?
Yeah, but so you got...
He wrote it?
Yeah, no. It was...
yeah.
The writer... The writer is Brian K. Vaughan, who wrote a really popular comic called Saga.
That's a dumb name for a comic. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, I don't really understand why it has that name. I read 2 volumes of it, and I still didn't understand why it has that name.
Are these 2 volumes make it seem like it's a saga?
There are 5, I think 6 volumes in right now. I think the 6th one just came out. It's really good. I like it. I'm poor and don't have money to buy these. If you guys want to send us money so I can start reviewing more things, though.
We went over this.
Oh, we can't ask for money.
You can't solicit, remember?
No, you're right. Don't send us money. If you guys want to send us comic books, though, I need volumes 3 through 6 of Saga.
If you want to send any gifts, that maybe send in an envelope, that may be money. I'm kidding. Don't send us money. I was just kidding. No, we're not supposed to ask for money, probably.
No.
I don't know how that normally works, but...
I think they're...
Okay, if someone wants to start a GoFundMe campaign in our names, and then put
this
the
is
money
the worst review ever.
And put the money in the campaign...
This is the worst review. I'm starting the synopsis over again.
What synopsis? You started it?
Okay. I'm starting it over again. The series featured a group of 6 kids whose parents routinely met every year for a charity event. One year, the kids spy on their parents and learn that their parents are part of a secret villain organization called the Pride. A criminal group of mob bosses, time travelers, dark wizards, mad scientists, alien invaders, and telepathic mutants. The kids steal weapons and resources from their parents and learn...
you stopped before that. We're 18 minutes in and we got...
I didn't even get through the fucking synopsis.
We got half a paragraph.
I'm sorry. I'm sure the people who like listening to us, who is just Kat, I'm sure they're just listening for the priceless banter between us anyway.
No, I doubt it.
No.
She specifically said banter, though.
She
said she liked the banter between us.
Cool. Thanks, Kat.
You're welcome. She sounds like Carmen, that's weird.
Yeah, she does. That's strange. The kids steal weapons and resources from their parents and learn they themselves inherited their parents' powers. Alex Wilder, he's the parent of the mob bosses.
He's the parent of the mob bosses?
It just says here that he's a prodigy. That's his fucking superpower. He's a prodigy.
How can he be a parent of the mob bosses?
A child of the mob bosses. Fuck off.
You fucker, you're the one that fucked up. Don't yell at me.
I'm sorry.
You better be sorry.
Alex Wilder leads the team while Nico Minoru...
So are they the only parents that are in on it with the kids?
What do you mean in on it?
Because you said you're the parents of the mob bosses.
I don't understand your question. Nico Minoru learns she is a powerful witch.
Dude, she sounds Asian.
She learns about her powers whenever... I think her mom goes to stab her in the chest with a staff.
That's not nice.
Yeah.
Is that child abuse?
But the staff gets absorbed into her. So she can call upon the staff to use to do her witchcraft. But she can only use the call upon the staff when she sheds blood.
Her mom tried to kill her.
Her mom tried to kill her in a little scuffle.
Do they have a history of, like, abuse in the family?
No, everyone's, like, really, like, good parents. And,
so
like,
no one's ever like, hey, Nico Kayawaga, why do you have a black eye? She's not like, I walked into a door.
And the only thing that's close to that is for one of the characters, you see his dad, like, smacking him around because he's getting bad grades. But that's about it. Funny. Like, you don't even see anything like real bad. Like, you just see him like shove him.
Did he start getting better grades?
The story kind of
yes.
starts there, so
yes.
you don't really find that out.
Yes.
No, he gets he gets superpowers. Anyway.
Whoa, so what you're telling me is if your parents beat you, you can get superpowers?
Absolutely, kids, go try it. Just provoke your parents. Just throw the vases and pictures off the wall.
Just dare them to give you 5 across the eye.
Yeah. Just yell, you won't do it really loud.
Here's another thing that works. If you really want to get superpowers, get radiation poisoning. You won't get leukemia, I swear you'll just get superpowers.
I heard drinking Windex helps.
Does it really? Okay.
Don't drink Windex, kids. Do not do that.
Just drink neutral cleaner. I'm kidding.
Yeah, there's she's a witch, and then Carolina Dean, she's the one we were talking about earlier, who's the alien invader. She discovers she is an alien, like I just said. Gertrude Yorks learns of her telepathic link to a dinosaur.
Her parent is the dinosaur's name Yoshi.
It's a raptor with a nose ring. It's really
Yoshi.
badass.
It's Yoshi. She has a telepathic link with Yoshi.
Yeah, her parents went to the future to a point in time where they have dinosaurs that are telepathically connected to you as pets, and brought it back to the past for her to inherit once they die.
Okay, does she have an abusive relationship with this dinosaur?
No, they're friends.
Can she hit the dinosaur in the head, make it eat things, and then queef out eggs?
Yes.
Okay, so it is Yoshi.
Yes.
Do you think it's bad that Mario beat Yoshi?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure in the game, whenever he wanted Yoshi to eat something, he fucking whacked him in the fucking head, and then he ate something, and then he queefed out an egg.
Are you talking about Kirby?
No, I'm talking about Mario and Yoshi.
I don't... Is that a game?
Yoshi's Island is a game. Super Mario World has Yoshi in it. He rides Yoshi as a dinosaur, and Yoshi
Oh, you're talking about those guys from Mario Party.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about Yoshi.
I thought we were talking about
He goes, thwomp, hits him in the fucking head. He eats a little fucking turtle thing, and he queefs out an egg. It's like, dude, how's he laying eggs?
I thought queefs were air.
He queefs out an egg. Like, you queef out the air, and then the egg shortly follows.
Oh, okay.
I just don't understand why he's beating a dinosaur. I don't know that Yoshi's a guy, actually.
Yeah, so she has a telepathic link to a dinosaur. Chase,
Chase Stein.
No, Chase Stein steals his father's futuristic gloves. They're like these gauntlets that like fucking blow fire.
Is the Infinity Gauntlet?
Not exactly.
How many Infinity Stones are on?
None.
It's not even close.
Exactly. No, they like shoot fire and shit and electrocute people. They're pretty badass.
Can they turn back time? Can they find a way to turn back time?
No, they cannot. Gertrude York's parents can though, but their time machine broke, so they can no longer do that.
Okay, that's pretty dumb.
There's a bunch of like really convenient things in the story when I was reading where it was like, oh, that's convenient that their time machine broke.
Is their time machine like a refrigerator?
Did
you know that in Back to the Future, originally the time machine, the DeLorean, was a refrigerator?
That's not true.
It's actually true.
You're not saying things
originally in the Back to the Future, it was written as the time machine was a refrigerator.
I acknowledge that is true. Let's move on.
But they wanted to make it something cooler. So
well, young Molly Hayes learns she is a mutant with incredible strength. Okay, so this girl, Molly Hayes is the one who's like 9. The way they introduce her mutant powers, you think she's normal up until when they introduce her powers. Well, obviously until they introduce her powers, but throughout the first few issues, like you see her keep going up to her parents, like Dad, something's weird going on with my body. There's some changes happening. Yeah,
she's getting her period.
Yeah, well, that's what they imply the whole time. And
she was growing a tail, wasn't she?
No, there was a few issues in. The parents have to hold her hostage to get the Runaways to come back, and the girl, the little girl's just about to be like, Mommy, I was trying to tell you there's blood that was coming out of my... And then you see her nose start to bleed. Nose. It was her fucking nose was bleeding, and then her eyes started fucking lighting up, and she like got these like fucking super strength powers, and crazy shit was going on. So the whole time that they were implying that she was just hitting her puberty and shit, she was actually gaining mutant powers.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really funny whenever like you realize how they set it up.
What's her name?
Molly.
Okay, now I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
Okay, now, there is a porn star named Molly Jane.
Keep in mind this was the 9-year-old of the group before you say much further.
No. There's a porn star named Molly Jane, okay?
Uh-huh.
Now, Molly Jane is really hot. But for some reason, she does a lot of porn where she's fucking her dad, but it's like she's just someone pretending to be her dad.
Well, yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, it's like, okay, she's clearly not fucking her dad. This is a professionally done porn, so it's obviously...
Maybe she just has a thing for her dad?
Okay, yeah, but this isn't the problem. The issue here is... She's really hot, okay?
You have to pretend that.
But I want to watch her porn, but I don't want to watch a porn where she's fucking her dad, so what do?
Turn the volume off so you don't know it's her dad?
I mean, but I'm gonna... The name of the porn, which is Molly Jane Fucks Her Dad, is probably gonna keep reminding me.
Why are you searching for...
I'm not searching for Molly Jane because she's hot.
Go look up Sasha Grey videos and then just call it a day.
But Molly Jane's hot.
So is Sasha Grey.
Yeah, but I like Molly Jane.
I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I don't know what to do.
Are you familiar with what a GIF is?
Yes.
Just look up GIFs online of her.
That's a good idea.
There we go.
That's a good idea.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for helping me with my dilemma.
Your porn problem.
Yeah. She's not Asian, though, but she'll do, I guess. She's no... Oh, Jenna Hayes. Jenna Hayes is really hot.
The kids band together and...
I don't like how I'm talking about a porn star and you instantly say the kids.
I'm so sorry.
You're fucked up.
The kids band together and defeat their parents and atone for their sins and their parents by fighting the new threats, trying to fill in the pride's void. Basically, spoiler alert. So you figure out that the parents are like trying to take over the world, right?
I wish
that's like the whole plot driving the story.
I wish it would turn out that they're actually good guys, but you don't know until the end. That'd be cool.
The parents?
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of like that. You find out that their motive for everything is for their kids. You find out at the beginning that the whole reason they started doing all these sacrificial things is for these group of larger beings called... Oh, fuck, I wish I could remember the name. Fuck. Can we pause?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Okay, who else? Jenna Hayes is really hot.
Yeah, you do that.
Cytheria, she's pretty fucking hot. She does squirting videos, which is kind of weird. You ever realize that most of those squirting videos, they're just pissing and it's not really squirting?
That's gross.
Yeah, I know. Squirting videos aren't really hot. That's kind of nasty. Let's see, who else? Who else do I like? I do like Asian street meat. That's a good...
Asian street meat? What the fuck's that?
Well, it's just a bunch of porn. It's just a bunch of amateur porn with Asians is all. I do like Asians. Asians are hot. I was talking to my cousin. He's like, dude, you should go to Thailand. It's a fun place over there. But my cousin wants to try to move to Japan. He's like, if I move to Japan, you should fucking move there because you'll be a white guy. And I'm like, oh, big American cock. And I'm like, I mean, for you probably. So then I'll probably make out like a bandit, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't find it.
All right then.
But anyway, so the entire the entire motive of these parents the whole time is that they're trying to take over the world and kill everybody in the world except for their kids.
How's that better?
Except for their kids, because their parents or their kids would be ushering in a new, better species or a new, better world.
We have to start inbreeding though.
Well, they're different families. They're not all.
There's only 6 fucking people. In order to repopulate a planet with 6 people, you're gonna have to eventually start inbreeding.
I think the issue is they didn't want that many people on the planet. There are too many for them. I didn't invest too much into that, but so the whole time you're like, wow, these parents are such assholes trying to kill everybody else. But you find out these larger beings were.
Are they Tauntauns?
No.
Oh.
It's a weird fucking name like that. They basically had the plan to do this, and the parents were offered a spot in the New World if they helped them do this.
This kind of sounds like the X-Files.
So, they were only allowed to have 6 spots, I think. No.
You guys should see Gable thinking right now. It's really funny.
They were only allowed 6 spots to. They're only so there's 12 parents total, right? They're only allowed to have 6 spots. 6 people come to the New World with those larger beings, and
are they killing animals or just the people?
Half of them are going to get killed. Half the parents are going to get killed, and half of them will get to live. They would choose the ones that are most helpful to live and to come into the New World with.
They're just killing the people.
But then you find out one of the parents get pregnant, and they're like, "Well, I guess those 6 spots we're all going to say just give up our spots and give it to our 6 kids, so all 6 families can have a kid that they'll allow to go into the New World." So they were setting up.
Who'd they make the deal with?
These giant beings.
Oh, the
I can't remember. We'll call them Tauntauns for now. Yeah. So they make this deal. They make this deal with the giant beings where
the BFGs,
the Tauntauns.
I like BFGs better.
That they're going to help them usher in that new world, and the kids are going to be the ones who get to live there.
Now, are they killing just people, or are they killing animals too in the world?
I think everyone. I think everything.
They're killing They're killing animals too.
Yeah, they didn't really go too much into like the exact
How's
rules
the world gonna function?
They don't have the rules and regulations for that exactly ruled out.
Well, how's the world gonna function without any animals? The ecosystem's all gonna fall apart and whatnot.
Well, I guess the Tauntauns had something.
It's like the cat eats the fucking bug, and the fucking bug eats the grass, and the fucking poop goes on the bug, and it's a circle of life. They're not gonna have any of that.
You're really overthinking this.
They're not gonna have. I'm not though, because the world's just gonna fall apart because it's not gonna be able to function without all the animals in it.
All right. Anyway, you find out that it was a selfless act.
Who's gonna eat the grass?
It was. Can I? I'm gonna lose my train of thought. Okay. You find out that it's a selfless act by the parents because they wanted their kids to usher in the new world, but they also. You also find out there's drama between some of the parents where they're secretly planning on backstabbing the other parents so that both the parents...
Oh, boy.
Like 2 sets of parents and then those 2 kids. So those would be the new 6. There's all this drama that goes into it. It's set up perfectly to be like a teen drama. I could see it being like a CW level show You don't watch those CW shows.
Well, they aren't good, right?
No.
I didn't think so. You don't like them, right?
No, but you really fall in love with some of those characters. No, I like the Flash. But you really fall in love with Brian K. Vaughan does a really good job at making you actually care about the kids. There's a huge plot twist at the end, which I don't really. Are you ready?
Yes.
So Alex, the kid who's really good at strategizing, pretty much plans a way to steal the dinosaur, the gloves, and the magic wand, so that he can destroy all the kids to help his parents usher in a new world.
What a dick.
Yeah. So.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that's the plot twist, but they end up beating him, and all is right. What's weird about
they have no animals.
What's weird about the ending of this is with most of the endings of superhero comics, they'll be asked to join. You guys were so cool and did such a good job. You'll be asked to join the Avengers or something weird like that because of their superpowers. This was different because all the kids got split up. They were sent to orphanages. Captain America, by the time he responded, everything was done and over with because they were trying to get a hold of them the whole time, but they wouldn't take it seriously or
was he busy or something?
Must have been. I don't.
The Avengers wouldn't take it seriously.
Like I was saying earlier, they tried to call the cops. The cops were like, "Oh, we don't believe you. Even if we did, we tell you to call the Avengers." And when they call the Avengers, it just goes straight to a hotline, which they don't even respond to.
The Avengers sound really dumb in this comic book.
Yeah, but Captain America shows up at the end, right after, as soon as all the action.
I'm here, guys. What do you need me to do?
But the press ask him to comment on things. They're like, we shouldn't be rewarding them for going out and facing evil on their own because we don't want to influence other kids to go and do that. They should seek the proper authorities, which they were doing the whole time.
Well, that's dumb then.
Yeah, but what was interesting?
America sounds like a douchebag.
But what was interesting is you
don't. Him in this?
Fucking Captain America. It's Ink played him. Ink played him, Dave. Ink played him.
So it wasn't Chris Evans?
No.
Did you read Chris? Where's that? I thought you had a news article that said Chris Evans wasn't Captain America anymore.
Oh, dude, did you skip through it when you were?
No.
You skipped through it, you idiot.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Let's finish the comic thing. Yeah, it's important.
We'll tie it in with this at the end. Yeah. But yeah, they had it was just weird seeing them not become like a group instantly.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're gonna send you to different orphanages, and the last issue is them meeting back up and being like, oh, well, we're running away for good now, and that kind of leads off into the end. It's we're running away for good now, and we're gonna go redeem our name that our parents ruined for us.
Well, they're gonna go fuck or something? That's dumb.
No, they kind of started their own team.
You know,
but it was weird that the Avengers didn't ask them to join the team or anything. They were like, "Oh, this should be frowned upon, not."
Yeah, it should be frowned upon that we didn't help you when you needed our help.
Yeah,
douchebags. I was thinking what we should do is we should just make this. We'll make this a tease here. We have another article we didn't go over. We're gonna wait to go over it until
I want to
the end when we go over the other things on here.
Okay. So stay tuned to find out about Captain America.
Oh wait, we're done?
Will he be Chris Evans anymore?
Oh, cool.
Well, no. Well, I thought you mentioned it being a tease, and I wanted to go along with make my comment on that.
I mean, are we done with your comic stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. I just want to say I really enjoyed this story. I think it's a real fun story. It's a real lighthearted story.
That's right.
It's not super serious. It's not super serious like other comic books are. It's very, very easygoing and very laid back.
Is it like SpongeBob?
No.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, I can't wait to see them make this into something.
Hopefully they don't fuck it up like they do everything else that DC does.
You did it on purpose that time. I hate you.
I did do it on purpose. All right, so are you good?
Yeah, I was gonna talk about another. I'll save that one for next week.
What were you gonna talk about?
I was gonna talk about the first issue of Avengers Standoff, or I think it might just. Yeah, I think it's called Avengers Standoff or something like that. I don't even know the name of it. It's the first I've been reading all the comics as they've been coming out on Marvel Unlimited, as all of our fan cat knows that I follow the Marvel Unlimited because I'm cheap.
You're cheap bastard.
Yeah,
cheap bastard.
But my first crossover event that I've been involved with started, and I guess that's what the standoff is.
Oh.
And I was kind of excited.
I'm happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna take a break. That was Gable's comic review. We're gonna take a break.
My piece of shit comic.
Yeah,
review.
It was pretty bad.
I don't really know anything about comics. I just
entertaining.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back with some movie reviews, and all right, we'll be right back.
No.
I have to hit stop.
What if you just?
How you did at that time?
And we're back.
We are back.
I looked up the name of the giant monsters. They are called the Gibberin.
The Gibberin, huh?
The Gibberin. Here's a picture of them.
It's
the Gibberin.
Looks like a Gibberin right there.
These are Gibberins. Yeah, they were weakened and needed the parents' help to rebuild their weapon for world domination.
That sounds crazy.
That's what the sacrifices were for.
Weapon. Oh, the sacrifices.
All right. So, what part are we on here? Random topics?
We're on the movie reviews.
Trailer reviews.
We're on the movie reviews.
Oh, fuck, you're right. God damn it.
Do you have your Kubo notes?
They're on my phone. Let's do the mechanic first.
Alright. Let's see here. What is this? There's going to be spoilers in this. I don't think we've ever said that there's going to be spoilers before, and there was every single time.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We always have spoilers.
I don't know why we wouldn't have spoilers. These are reviews, not summaries.
Yeah, but I mean, you can give reviews without spoilers. I guess you can't.
Not good ones.
Alright, let's go over let's see what the synopsis is first here for this Mechanic Resurrection.
Did I give that a rating? I don't think I've been giving any of my comics a rating.
I think I thought about that last week.
Well, since I read this whole first series, I'm going to give the rating a 9-star out of 10.
It's pretty high.
It was good. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it.
That's really high.
Yeah. Okay. The Mechanic. So, what'd you think?
Well, let's go over the synopsis first here. Let's see what this movie is about.
Alright, The Mechanic. What's it about?
This is about Arthur Bishop. He thought he had put his murderous past behind him when his most formidable foe kidnaps Gina, the love of his life, after knowing her for about 3 whole hours, which is kind of silly. Now he is forced to travel the globe to complete 3 impossible assassinations and do what he does best, make them look like accidents. Apparently he did this in all the other movies too, but I didn't see them, so I wouldn't know.
I didn't see them either. I'm sorry, I got bored when you were reading that synopsis. I was like, that was a boring fucking movie.
What did you read while I was doing that?
I wasn't even reading anything. I was getting my summary ready.
Well, well, first of all, let me start off by saying I had no desire to see this movie, but I did watch it.
Yeah.
All his movies look horrible.
I had the opportunity to watch a movie this week, and I was just like, you know what? These all suck. I'm not going to.
I mean, Don't Breathe was worth watching.
I don't know. I really didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to watch it.
Did you think you're going to get scared?
Yeah.
Well, this is once again another movie with shitty shaky cam and quick cuts. There's a big shocker.
Those are my favorites.
However, it wasn't really awful. Like, I mean, it was in it, but it wasn't really super bad, so it didn't really hold it against the movie too much. The action scenes were actually pretty good for the most part. Like, really? You could see what was happening. They weren't that bad.
How'd Jessica Alba do?
That's weird. Let's look at note number 3. Jessica Alba is ridiculously hot.
Yeah, that's a given.
That's my third note because she's really, really hot.
I think she's overrated on hotness, but I haven't seen her lately. I haven't watched a movie with her since like Good Luck Chuck or whatever that was.
I think she's always been hot and is still just as hot as she's always been. I've always been a big fan of her.
What was that show? That real old show?
Dark Angel.
Dark Witches.
Dark Angel.
Dark Angel. Yeah, she looked really hot in that.
Yeah, she's pretty hot. I'd bone her.
Cool. Little bonery.
Some of the dialogue was fucking awful. Like, really bad. Like, okay, so this is a line. I wrote this down because I was like, this is just awful. This is a line that he says to her. He goes, and I quote, "I spent my whole life setting people up to die. I'm gonna set you up to live.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah, there is some really awful dialogue in the movie.
Didn't the Joker say that in Suicide Squad?
I think he said something along the lines of, I'm going to set this movie up to fail because it sucks. Something like that. But it was... the dialogues... the movie seemed like it got better like halfway through. I started kind of enjoying it.
To me, it seemed like it was supposed to be like a cheesy movie. Like, I feel like anything with Jason Statham is supposed to be a cheesy action movie.
See that, but I mean, like I said, halfway through it didn't seem as cheesy. Like, that was pretty bad, and then the relationship between him and Gina, Jessica Alba's character, it was so fucking cliche. It just seemed really badly written and fake, and I just didn't buy it or care. Like, it was just like, yeah, they're supposed to fall in love now, and now they are. After they've known each other for, 12 hours, now they're madly in love with each other. Yeah. Like, he literally, the love of his life, he just runs into her and saves her life, and that's it. That's how he met the love of his life. It was just, I don't know, it was kind of dumb.
That does sound kind of silly.
One highlight of the movie was when one of the assassinations, he had to find a way to avoid these sharks after he killed him and he was swimming away. So he went into, he goes to this like prison or something to kill this person, and when he's leaving, it's like the prison is on an island, kind of like Alcatraz, and it's shark infested waters, so when he leaves he might get eaten. So what he does is he goes to a store and buys this lotion that says no shark on it, and he just puts the lotion on himself, and it keeps the sharks from attacking him. And
You're kidding.
I instantly thought of the fucking Batman movie from '67 or whatever, when they had shark repellent spray.
Oh my god!
I'm not kidding. He takes this shark. It says no shark on the tube. He takes this no shark lotion, puts it in this little container when he goes into the prison, and then whenever he's leaving, he like blows a hole in the prison wall, takes off his clothes, and quickly rubs it all over his body, and then jumps into the water.
Do you think that was purposely a reference to the old Batman movie?
I feel like it could have been.
I think it had to have been. That's so like just off the wall ridiculous.
And it got me thinking: is it a real thing? Though I was like, maybe I'm dumb, and there really is.
Is there shark repellent?
Maybe there really is.
Should I invest? Should I look for this?
You should look at that while I'm looking into this some more. You should look and see if there is shark repellent.
Yeah, keep talking about that though.
Okay, so. The pool scene was pretty cool, which is on the poster and in the trailer. I enjoyed it. Like there's this pool that extends out of a skyscraper just like into the air, and the way he's going to kill him is he makes it crack and makes it seem like it was an accident. So whenever it cracks, there's just a hole forms, the water starts coming out, and the guy falls out and just like fucking falls all this way and hits. You don't see him hit the ground, but after Jason Statham comes back down, there's just like big fucking like pile and like pool of just fucking goop of human. The guy just got fucking like decimated when he hit the ground, so it was pretty funny. And then the shots of him falling through the air in the news were pretty funny too. It's just a lump of bloody goop, which I enjoyed. Did you find anything about no shark?
Shark repellent?
Yeah.
It does not look like there's a lotion for no shark. There's funny, one of the things that come up is it typed in shark repellent lotion, and look what fucking comes up. Batman fending off a shark. Batman.
That's funny. Yeah, it was really like, okay, so
it sounds goofy as fuck to me.
There was one scene in the movie which I thought was really stupid. So like they catch him, the bad guys catch him. Well, he's doing the assassinations, and he finds out the location of where they're keeping his girlfriend. So he goes on the boat and starts killing all the bad guys, and then they catch him, and the main bad guy says he's going to give him a proper send-off when they're going to send him away to do the next kill. So you think they're going to like beat his ass or something or whatever. So I guess this threw him in the water. I can't remember if they threw him in the water or he just got away and jumped in the water. But he goes underwater and puts on an oxygen mask he had hidden in the bottom of the boat underwater. And then he has this like portable underwater propeller thing. Okay, so
I used that in GTA one time.
Yeah, it works pretty nice. So he turns the portable propeller thing on and just takes off underwater. And they start playing this like super fucking crazy dramatic music as he just slowly like fucking like just underwater
like
slowly
the fucking Austin Powers scene.
Yeah,
with the what was it, a fucking like steamroller or something.
Yeah. They play this super dramatic music. He's just like brrr, and just like slowly propels away. I'm like, this is so fucking dumb. And then at the end of the movie, Tommy Lee Jones was really fucking funny in the movie. He had this weird little fucking like goatee facial hair thing and like all these fucking earrings and wearing this like these hip clothes. He's like fucking 90. He looked like he was supposed to be like he's supposed to be some 17-year-old or something. He looked really fucking
Dude, I can't unsee him as Agent K.
Yeah, it was complete opposite of Agent K. It was really funny.
Yeah, that's who he is to me. Like even whenever I was watching Captain America: First Avenger the other day, I was like, dude, he's that's a Men in Black right there. Men in Black and Marvel U.
Maybe it actually was him. Maybe it was Agent K.
What? Plot twist.
Like 21 Jump Street.
23 Jump Street.
23 Jump Street.
It's a shame that's not happening.
I have one last note on this movie.
I'm really bummed out about that.
This is it. The end was very cheesy. Very insanely cheesy. So everyone thinks that Bishop's dead. And
From the X-Men?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Gable. No, Bishop. Yeah, everyone thinks that Bishop's dead because he like fucking they're on the boat and it's gonna blow up and he fucking throws Jessica Alba into this little fucking like tank thing that goes underwater so she gets off the ship. And then so everyone thinks he blows up on the ship and dies and you're like, alright, clearly he's not dead, we're gonna see him here eventually. So Gina, after he dies, Gina goes back to her fucking teaching in her third world country or whatever the fuck it is she's doing. She's sitting there at her desk and then she looks up and Bishop's just standing there and looking at her, and she looks back at him, and she gives us some look like, "Oh, you're alive!" Like it literally, she's like, oh, "You," and then just ends. It was so fucking.
Dude, this movie sounds not fun.
Here's the thing:
did you have fun? Did you have fun?
Okay, Did
you have fun, David?
You have to realize that it was a Jason Statham movie, and it was The Mechanic, and it looked fucking awful. It was by no means a great movie, but it was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
Who directed this?
I don't know. Some guy.
Some guy?
So it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
This is important. You need to know who directed your movie.
Why is that important?
Because I know what other movies to avoid that sound like shit.
That's not the director's fault necessarily. This one was probably mostly the writing that made it suck.
Fair enough.
But I don't know. I definitely didn't think it was great, but I thought it was going to be worse. So I gave it a 4 out of 10. It's
4 out of 10?
I gave it a 4 out of 10.
Huh. It's higher than I thought you were going to give it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the action scenes were actually pretty good.
I can't imagine me giving Jason Statham anything above a 3.
If it was a Transporter movie, it'd probably be in the negatives, to be perfectly honest. So
Transformers?
Transporter.
Dude.
Pay attention, Jebediah.
Transformers. We'll save that for another day.
Okay, then.
Are you ready for Kubo, then?
I suppose. That's the Mechanic. That's what we have to offer with the Mechanic.
Well, I have a question. Is there any other Jason Statham movie that you've ever enjoyed?
I liked the first Expendables. But that was an ensemble piece, and by no means just a Jason Statham movie.
Right.
I liked Italian Job, but that was a long fucking time ago.
Yeah. I watched that with my dad a long time ago. I did not enjoy it. He got to pick the movie.
I think it was that
I didn't want to watch it. I mean, I'll admit it was a good movie, and I could see how people who like that genre would be interested in it. But for some reason, like spy movies and shit like that, like I just... Would you consider... You would say The Mechanic's a spy movie, right?
No.
No?
He's an assassin.
Assassin?
He's trying to kill people.
It's all the same to me.
Okay, I guess.
Spy, assassin, whatever. But, like, fucking James Bond... I cannot enjoy a James Bond movie. I like Skyfall. Skyfall was the only one I ever liked. I don't like Mission Impossible movies. They're fucking annoying to me. I think there's another big spy that I'm forgetting. I don't know. The one who shagged me.
Oh boy.
Austin Powers was funny.
Oh boy.
I enjoyed that. But yeah, I don't like spy movies. I just can't get into them.
I mean, they're definitely not my favorite. They're definitely not my favorite.
They're boring to me. They just all seem like they all feel too similar to me.
Well, every spy movie is like, hey, they all think that the spy's a bad guy and they go after him. Like they've done that in like James Bond and Mission Impossible at least twice.
Oh my god,
that same plot.
It's just boring to me.
Well, we don't have a retro movie this week, but we do have another new one.
I watched Kubo last week while Dave was out. We'll talk about where he was later.
Whorehouses.
It
was good.
But yeah, Kate, when you're ready, we'll talk about Kubo.
And go.
I said Kate, I meant Cat. I'm sorry.
Oh. We're not talking about Kubo.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Oh.
This was a movie made by Laika, who made Paranorman, Coraline, and Box Trolls. 3 movies that I all enjoyed a great deal.
No, I thought this movie looked awful, but...
You thought it looked awful?
Yeah.
I love these movies, and I know what company it was coming from, so I expected a lot from them. The thing with Laika movies is, whenever you watch, like, Secret Life of Pets, or, like, other stupid fucking DreamWorks movie, like Home, it feels like a movie that's just...
Did you see Home?
I saw part of Home, and I was like, nope, I'm out.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah, I don't know, but most of those movies to me just don't feel like they're like sincerely made. It feels like it was an idea that was forced to make a kids movie to make money. With all of these Laika movies, every single one of them felt like authentically made. Like the person who made it had a story to tell and wanted to tell this story, and they did that. It didn't feel like it had any sort of studio telling them what to do. It felt like they had a sincere story prepared to be made, and they got to they let the creator do what they wanted.
Even though it was a bad story?
Sure.
Oh.
But the synopsis is here. An epic action-adventure set in fantastical Japan from acclaimed animation studio Laika. Clever, kind-hearted Kubo, voiced by Art Parkinson.
I wish you were going to say Art Vandelay.
Art Vandelay Industries.
You actually got a synopsis this time. Look at you.
Yeah, look at me. Ekes out a humble living telling story to people of his seaside town, including Hosato, which is played by George Takei. I don't even know why they included that in there, because it's a 1-second cameo, if that.
You know, actually, to interrupt your synopsis, you know what I do for my synopsises? I go on like IMDb or Google and I copy it, but then I based on what I saw in the movie, I'll cut shit out of the synopsis or add stuff in that I think is vital.
Yeah, I saw your synopsis and I was like, oh, I should probably get a synopsis for the story ready.
Yeah, because some of the synopsis I read shit like that, it's like, why is that even mentioned? Or the synopsis is way too long, or there's stuff that's not in there.
Yeah. But his relatively quiet existence is shattered when he accidentally summons a spirit from his past, which storms down from the heavens to enforce an age-old vendetta. Now on the run, Kubo joins forces with Monkey, voiced by Charlize Theron, and Beetle, voiced by Matthew McConaughey. Sorry.
Sorry.
And sets out on a thrilling quest to save his family and solve the mystery of his fallen father, the greatest samurai warrior the world has ever known. With the help of his shamisen, a magical musical instrument, Kubo must battle gods and monsters, including the vengeful Moon King, voiced by Ralph Fiennes. I'm not sure how his name's pronounced. And the evil twin sisters, voiced by Rooney Mara, to unlock the secret of his legacy, reunite his family, and fulfill his heroic destiny.
Oh boy!
Any questions on that, there, Dave?
I have no desire to see this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
the synopsis sold me on not wanting to see it.
Guarantee you, if you watch this movie, you'd be like, wow, that was actually really good.
I wouldn't make that.
Dude, Good Dinosaur?
Yeah.
Remember I told you about Good Dinosaur? I would not tell you to watch a movie unless I thought you'd like it. And I really think you'd like this.
Isn't there samurai stuff in this? I don't like that.
No?
I mean, the one guy looks like a samurai.
Well, I guess that's a personal preference at that point then. The movie starts out with Kubo telling this little poem he writes, but as he's telling this little poem, I don't think it's a poem. It's like how he starts every story that he tells. You see that later on when he's telling stories in the village. It's not necessarily a poem, but it starts out with you see his mother on a boat, and she's in this storm. You see, I think you may have seen it in the trailer. Did you watch the trailer, Dave?
Yes.
You see the boat, and his mom's in there and holding a baby, and the boat crashes, and you see the baby wash up on the shore, and that's Kubo.
I don't remember
You don't see that in the trailer.
Oh.
No, this is back to the movie now.
Oh.
But yeah. So it shows you how they got there. With this movie, that opening scene was really dark for me. Like, it literally, was too dark. I watched it in 3D, and it was kind of...
You mean visually?
Visually. It was visually too dark, and I don't know, the 3D didn't look right to me, which I got really concerned about, but after that scene was over, the whole rest of the movie is probably some of the best 3D I've seen in kids' movies ever. Well, any movies.
It's a bold statement.
I know. But after the shipwreck, they live in the mountainside. His mom's basically... What's it called when you, don't speak ever? Is it catatonic or...
A mute?
A mute? Well, I don't know. She's, in shock and, all the time. And she's, really deep in thought and just, doesn't say anything. You see Kubo having to feed her. She just, doesn't have, it looks like she doesn't have the will to go on.
I guess that'd be catatonic.
Catatonic, yeah. The only time you really ever see her not, really depressed and bummed out like that is whenever she's telling Kubo stories about his father. Speaking of which, when I said his father, I thought Kubo was a girl going into this movie.
When I watched the trailer, I didn't know what the fuck Kubo was.
I sincerely thought it was a girl going into this movie.
I thought it was a girl the first time I watched the trailer, but something in the trailer made me pick up that it's a boy.
Okay. Yeah,
I thought it was a girl, too.
I thought it was a girl.
It really looks like a girl, a lot.
Yeah. So, they live up in this mountain, and every day during the day, Kubo goes down to the village, and to make money, he plays his guitar.
They're going to say he sucks dick.
No, he plays his guitar, and he tells a story. And while he's playing the guitar, he's telling the story, and I guess his family has magic, so he can control origami and any sort of paper. And whenever he plays,
is this based in any type of real place or
an actual location? Yeah. I don't believe there's any place mentioned,
or a time or anything, or it's just not really.
They don't really talk about it. I'm sure if you used the styles of what they're wearing, you could historically track it down. Yeah. But yeah, he can control paper with his guitar and by playing it with his little pick there. You see him telling stories, and he's telling this story that the whole town's every time he starts playing, he says, "If you're gonna blink, do it now, because you might just miss something." And
so he says something.
As soon as he starts playing guitar, everyone gathers around. Everybody wants to hear his story. Everyone wants to watch what's going to go on in Kubo's story that day.
Why don't we just tell this people for the podcast if you don't want to miss anything, gather around and listen to our podcast, because apparently people will come.
Dude, that's really fucking smart. Are you gonna tweet that now?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not.
No. Okay. Anyway, they really enjoy this kid's storytelling. But you find out that his mom tells him not to stay out after dark.
It's dangerous.
Well, apparently, that's whenever he can be found by his, what was the Moon King?
His evil stepdad?
Yeah, the Moon... No, it's his grandfather.
Ah.
The Moon King, and then his mom's sisters, which are his aunts, obviously.
They're evil, too?
Yes.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. So, he runs home, and that's whenever... Oh, not this again.
Oh, here we go.
Not this again. The screen's off.
All right. Looks like it's on to me.
We're good. But yeah, that's when you see him go home. Yeah, you see his mom tell that story. There is a short George Takei cameo, like I was mentioning, and guess what he says? Can you guess what George Takei possibly says in a cameo?
Does he go, "Oh my"?
How did you fucking know?
Oh my!
How the fuck did you know?
Oh my!
I had no idea he was even listed to be in this movie. So whenever I heard it, I was like, "Oh, that's fucking George George Decay. That's really cool.
I thought they said George Decaf on there.
Decaf. I don't know how to spell his name.
Takai.
I'm sorry, I'm not as good as
George Decay.
He decays.
You put George Decay.
He's dead and decaying away.
He's a rotten corpse.
Yeah, he's not.
He's old, but he's not that. He is that
that's
old.
Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah, Leonard DK. That is.
Yeah, but then later on you see where he gets his storytelling from. He gets it from his mom. His mom's telling this story about how she met his dad. But it seems like she has this issue where whenever she's telling stories, she just forgets. And, like, she forgets everything.
It's like me. Does she talk about fucking?
No, but she does talk about Asian women a lot.
No.
I mean, they are in Asia, so...
Are they? I thought you said you didn't know where they were.
I mean, I think you can assume it's Asia.
It's because there's so many Asians?
Yeah, that, and it's clearly Asian culture.
Or they're just in some sort of Asian zoo.
I think Japanese culture. I don't want to be racist, but I really don't know the difference.
Maybe they're just in like an Asian zoo or something.
Chinese.
That's probably not a nice thing to say, is it, Asian zoo?
No,
that's not what I meant.
Yeah, but... Yeah, so you see... the next day he goes down and there's this old woman in the village who always talks to everybody, or talks to Kubo specifically, and Kubo gets curious about one of these lamps that he sees people making, and they're lamps that are meant to honor the dead, and she explains to him that you can talk to the dead with these lamps, and Kubo's like, well, I never met my father, I'd like to do that. So Kubo makes his own lamp.
Was his father dead?
Yeah, his father passed away. Did I mention that?
I don't remember, but you probably could have.
Yeah.
Seems pretty vital.
Yeah, but he tries to talk to his father. He can't, and he gets really mad, and this whole excursion of him going to try to talk to his father kept him out past the...
curfew.
Past curfew.
Oh, boy.
And guess who comes after him?
Does he put a flute in his butt?
Evil ants.
Oh, boy.
The evil ants come after him.
To, like, eat him?
Mm-hmm. And shit's, like, all fucking crazy. And you see his mom be like, oh, I told you not to do this. And she sacrifices it. She sacrifices herself in order to save him, and uses the last of her magic to send him away.
Where does he go? Like the Amazon?
No, she sends him to it looks
Jersey.
It looks like it's like somewhere like cold and snowy. So I'm gonna say some northern part.
Probably Maine.
Yeah. Am I getting too in depth in the summary, or should I?
Well, how far into the movie are we right now?
Not very far.
If you had to guess minute wise.
Not very far.
I mean, we're about 10 minutes into this review.
Okay. All right. I'll start to move faster.
Well, no, I mean, how far into if you had to say, 20 minutes into the movie?
Yeah.
Really? How long is this movie?
Like an hour 30.
All right, we'll be done in about 50 minutes then.
All right. Great. Basically, his mom sends him off to find these pieces of armor that used to belong to her dad, and the pieces of armor are enchanted to help defeat this Moon King, because it's the only way.
That's helpful.
So, whenever he gets sent away, this monkey appears with him. And you saw the white monkey from the trailer.
Yeah, was it played by Wanda Sykes or something?
Yeah, no, Charlize Theron, like I mentioned earlier.
Oh, you mean Charlize Theron?
No, Theron.
There's no E at the end.
I'm just thinking of the other one.
Wait, are you serious?
No.
Oh, you dick. It's Theron. It's no Theron.
So, yeah, the monkey's there to protect him. It's supposed to be his guide into getting this armor. Along the way, they meet this beetle, and the beetle believes that he believes that he was a follower of Kubo's dad, who was a great warrior.
Oh. It's like a Darth Vader type thing where you find out who his dad is.
Yeah. And then you also there's also this little paper origami samurai guy that is following around with him. That he can't speak. He only points with his sword.
I do not like samurais.
He's kind of like he points and he's like their compass the whole movie to show them where they're going next. So, yeah, the whole movie's about them trying to find that armor so they can defeat the Moon King. So,
Kubo, did you see this with Ashley?
Be safe. No, I saw this by myself.
Like with other people though, like
no.
Oh, you screened it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I fucking took a lot of notes.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Yeah, I did. But whenever they're trying to find one of the pieces of armor, there's this huge fucking skeleton that is protecting the sword. And this skeleton that they made for the movie was 16. Like, have you ever seen them do like the still animation? Stop motion animation. Most of the characters are like this big and shit. You know, they showed them working on this fucking this skeleton during the credits, and it was 16 feet tall, and the arm span was 22 feet long. This thing was enormous.
Why did they make it so big?
I guess for a realistic ratio.
Huh.
Yeah, it was really it was something. They showed like there's this like rig that was underneath it that helped it move in different directions. It's
pretty crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was insane.
That's at least like $20 they spent on that, right?
Oh yeah. That's a pretty nickel right there.
Mm.
I didn't say penny because that's what you want me to say.
Yeah, we tricked you.
But yeah, you find out during the he finds out like he learns the extent of what he can do with his magical guitar. Well, I don't think it's the guitar. I think it's him that has the magic. But you find out that not only can he control paper, he can pretty much control anything made of wood, or that comes from trees.
Like leaves?
Like leaves. He makes a boat out of leaves so they can go across this this ocean. Which the ocean they made, I don't know how they made this ocean for this, but it looked really good.
Huh.
Yeah, dude, just the animation alone makes this movie worth seeing.
Did they just record water?
Yeah, they said it was a mix of... It was a whole movie. I'm not talking about water specifically. It was a mix between CGI, stop animation, and something else. But
rotoscoping?
I don't know. It was a hybrid of a animation style if I've ever seen. But
if I've ever seen.
Yeah, you find out later on throughout the movie you're seeing the monkey and this beetle flirt the entire time, and you find out while on this battle between the monkey and the ants. The ants come back later on to claim Kubo, and the monkey's defending Kubo. You find out that the monkey is actually the mom. She turned herself into a monkey.
Oh, why didn't she just tell him?
Fuck, there's a reason. I can't remember. I honestly I can't remember.
Yeah.
I wish I would have wrote that down. But, yeah, you find out that the monkey is the mom, and as soon as that reveal happens, I'm like, the beetle's the dad. Guess what you find out later? Was the beetle the ant? The beetle's the ant. Oh. The beetle was the dad? Yeah, the beetle was the dad. And why did he not say it? Is there a reason for that too? He just didn't remember. I know he didn't remember. I don't know why the monkey didn't say shit. Maybe to keep him. I don't even know. Now you say that, I'm like, what the fuck? Maybe she wanted to mess around with him, and she didn't want him to get weird about it. Play the monkey's paw or something. That's a game where they put a paw inside his butt. Yeah, but at the end of the movie, after he collects all the armor, he goes to fight the grandfather, and the grandfather can turn himself into different shapes, different creatures and stuff. Dude, you should have seen what the grandfather looked like. Do you remember the things that from the first Avengers movie? Those Chitauri things that would just go straight through buildings. He looked identical to.
I shook my head. Yes, that didn't really translate over the.
He looked like one of those. I had 2 issues with this movie. Only 2. Are you ready?
How long was it?
The movie?
Yeah.
Like an hour, half hour, 45 minutes.
Was the first that was an hour and a half too long?
What?
Was your first issue that it was an hour and a half too long?
No.
Oh.
Shut up. Throughout this movie, I took note of how many strings were on the guitar. There were, I believe 3 the entire movie. So I'm not sure why it's called Kubo and the 2 strings.
Oh. Are you sure the strings are supposed to refer to the guitar? Not the strings that, like, operate them in the stop motion?
Maybe. So someone told me they think it's the 2 parents that the 2 strings are referring to.
That was your issue that the guitar had 3 strings?
That really bothered me for some reason. But here's the other thing. Once Kubo defeated the grandfather, he turned back into a human. Like he no longer
Kubo did?
The grandfather. He no longer was the Moon King anymore. He didn't have those powers. He was just a normal guy now. He's like, who am I? What's going on? And all the villagers are gathered around him. And they're like, oh, you're this nice guy who helps everyone out. And he's like, oh, okay. I must be this nice guy. I didn't know everyone loved me this much.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's the end of the movie. That's like the end of the movie. I'm like, they just lied to him to make it okay.
All right.
He was this dick who was like being an asshole and bossing people around.
Cool.
All right. But there was also some shit with like his parents were like.
So did you want him to get his comeuppance for something?
Like the grandfather's a dick and he's going around and trying to, I don't know, boss people around and shit. Did not get his comeuppance. You're right.
Was that your thing? You want people to be like, fuck you.
I wanted him to at least learn a lesson, not like everyone lie to him and be like, "Oh, you're a nice guy." And I'm like, "I am? Okay, thanks for letting me know."
What if they were like, "You're a pedophile and a rapist"?
I did cry at the end of this movie.
Really?
Yeah. After that, there's this scene where he's doing the lamp thing again. He's making a lamp, and you see his mom and dad both in human form. And he's able to talk to them, and he sends the lamp down the river on its way. So that part there really got me emotionally.
Does that really mean it's good though? I mean, you cried when I took your Twizzlers earlier today.
Dude, those were really good Twizzlers. Why'd you take them?
You cried about that too, but
yeah.
So it sounds like you enjoyed it a lot.
Dude, I like the movie a lot, and 10 stars.
Really?
I'll watch this again and again and again and again and again.
Wow, so this movie was perfect.
I really like this movie.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
I really like this movie.
That's a little high. Can you lower that?
No.
Alright then.
Dude, that's a higher rating than Good Dinosaur.
That can't be right.
Will you rent this when it comes out? Because I know you're not going to see it with people.
I really don't think I'm gonna like it.
Really?
I really don't think I'm gonna like it.
I think you'd like Paranorman.
I might.
Give Paranorman a try.
Alright, I'll watch it. I'll watch it when it comes out.
Okay. Paranorman's been out for like 2 years.
I was referring to Kubo.
Oh, okay.
Paranorman's been out for 2 years.
You should watch that one. That's a good Halloween-y movie.
I do like Halloween-y stuff.
Yeah, you like the scary movies.
Alright, are we done with the movie segment here?
I'd also like to talk about, I have another movie.
No, you don't.
Oh yeah, you're right. Alright, let's go.
What is it?
I don't.
I knew you were lying.
Well, then why didn't you believe yourself when you said that?
What was the other movie then?
I don't have one!
Well, then why'd you say you did?
God fucking damn it, Dave. So help me.
To help you what?
You're embarrassing me in front of
all your friends.
You're embarrassing me in front of cats.
Alright, well, we're gonna go take a break here, and we'll be back with whatever our next segment is, and that'll be a big. Wait, what is it? Oh my God, the wrestling segment's next. So we'll be back without Gable.
You have to go all the way to Tito's.
Yeah, I have to go all the way to Tito's and come all the way back up here.
See you in a bit.
All right, flew. All right, and we're back, and I'm back here with Tito. We're here for the wrestling segment. What were you just saying? You're used to what?
Oh, microphones. Like, you had to be close to them. Like back when they were first coming out.
Like,
get good quality.
What were you using microphones for?
No, I guess just to try out online, just to hear your voice, probably.
Were you like recording music?
Yeah, I think so.
You weren't? Were you really?
No, I mean probably I was maybe recording music from like the stereo onto the computer to make a file.
I thought it meant like recording music from yourself, like singing music.
No.
Yeah, so we're somewhere else, and Gable is not here, and this is our wrestling segment, which might not be all about wrestling, but we did just watch a couple things just now. We watched, which Tito hated. I don't know why you didn't think it was funny. What? That parody thing. I thought it was really funny.
I don't know. It wasn't for me.
We watched the footage that Marvel just put out online that they showed at Comic-Con. The parody of Thor in the apartment. All that. I thought it was pretty funny. Tito didn't enjoy it. And then we watched the footage from Ragnarok with Banner running through the woods, and he gets all hulked up, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that looked pretty cool, I guess.
Well, they didn't really show much.
No.
Also not going to.
So we're going to talk about jerking off again for this whole episode?
No. There's nothing really.
Nothing new in that front.
No, I mean, not really. Just I would say check out that website. I'm telling you, it's like new shit. I'm on there constantly.
Yeah, it's good to hear. I'm on there all the time.
No, I mean, like, once a day.
Oh, once a day.
When I get ready for work, I always try to jerk it.
You're ready to work, you try
well, after I do my yoga, yeah.
You don't jerk it during yoga?
No.
That's a shame. Have you watched Holy Foley at all?
No, and I won't.
You have no desire to watch it? Why not?
I don't have really desire to watch anything on the network. I've been working, and I'd rather watch other shit that's out.
Yeah.
That's non-wrestling.
Yeah. Like what?
Well, this week I ordered all that shit on Tuesday from Amazon. Did
you get Nice Guys?
Yeah, I watched Nice Guys. Got that. That movie's really funny.
Yeah, I know.
I like it a lot.
I liked it.
Like fucking Ryan Gosling's character is probably the best in that.
Yeah, he's funny. He's not as funny as Noel Foley though.
Nah, I think he's funnier.
Yeah, you're right. What else did you get?
Walking Dead season 6.
Yeah. I heard that show's not that good though.
That's like your opinion, man.
I'm just saying.
I mean, that depends on who you ask. I mean, I read the comic and I like the show. So I also would like it because I like zombie shit before everybody else likes zombie stuff.
You do love touting that. How you were the
no one was into it.
You were the OG.
This was pre-Resident Evil. Only like people from around here were into it.
You love touting that. I love zombies before zombies were cool.
They were.
I heard you didn't start liking zombies until that Pride and Prejudice Zombies movie came out. And then you fell in love with it.
Whatever. I can harken back to like 94, 95 in the video store getting Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. I remember watching
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, I remember watching Day of the Dead for the first time. That was a long time ago with Lukens. I wonder if that dude's even still alive. Remember Lukens?
I think I remember that name.
Yeah. Oh, here's something I want to ask your opinion on, because Gable and I discussed this. Actually, maybe we're discussing it in the segment coming up, because we actually already did the last segment. I can't remember. But if we didn't discuss it yet, then I guess I'm going to get your opinion first. What do you feel about fucking Zimbabwe or whatever playing in Spider-Man Homecoming?
Oh, that Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya.
I don't care if she's black, but I think they could have got someone more attractive. I don't think she's attractive at all.
I think she's hot in some. Hot in some of the pictures.
I don't know.
Now here's the thing. Like, first of all, I don't like people who have names like Madonna. I'm Zendaya.
Yeah,
that's stupid.
True.
Second of all, I think it's dumb that she's black, and that's the opinion I gave after this. I'm not being racist, but I think it's dumb that they casted a fucking someone who's supposed to be a green-eyed redhead.
Did they officially say it though, or was that just them people still going by that rumor that?
I thought they officially.
Did they?
From what I understood, they announced that she was in the movie, but no one knew who she was playing, and then they announced that she's playing Mary Jane. I just think it's dumb when they change characters. Like, I have no problem if they would have cast if they were making a Spider-Man movie with that black dude that's Spider-Man now.
Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, technically he's half Puerto Rican.
Well, she's also she's African American and German and something else. Because Gable's whole point is she's barely black. I'm like, well, she's a little too black.
She's like, let's be honest. Like, you can go to the first black president. Obama's not really black. He's half. He's not 100% black. He's half.
Yeah, but Obama's
and he was raised with white people. His dad wasn't really around. They said.
Yeah, but the issue is that you're not allowed to be a black president. That's the problem. I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about politics. So
no, I'm just saying it goes back to that. When they're not doing full out black person, which I think would be hilarious if they did.
I guarantee you, the only reason they cast, I even told this to Gable, they only casted her just because they were like, I bet what happened was they wrote the script, they looked at the script and they're like, oh man, everyone in here is white. We need to make someone black.
Well,
so
there's
black
other people that are different ethnicities. I thought too
in the movie.
Yeah, I thought his friend was Asian or Chinese or something. The character,
yeah, but she's one of the main characters, though.
Yeah, that's true. But
so you don't care about it at all?
No, I do. But at this point, what are we gonna do? It's not gonna change.
So
if they change it in the comics, then I'll take really offense to it. Because they can create black characters, they don't need to be changing the races of characters.
That's my whole point. That's my whole point with Sulu. They didn't need to make Sulu gay. They just make a new gay character.
That's a problem too. They're not making new characters because they're going to still market the name off of whoever's playing that, whether it be white, black, whatever. It's still going to just because the name alone. Yeah, that's true.
Is that bad to say yellow? Or is just Asian?
I don't think.
I mean, the Yellow Ranger was yellow.
Yeah, that's true.
But you're also, don't you have a bunch of conspiracy theories? What's your conspiracy theory that you probably think that most people think is the craziest that you 100% think is true?
Oh, well, lately we'll go to the whole alien route with them living in the middle of the planet.
Try not to bang the table too much. The mic's on it.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the planet, the species living. Whenever they say they're coming from outer space, they're technically coming from an inner Earth.
So they're not coming from outer space at all?
Yes and no, but a lot of the ones that we see here are coming from down below. I mean, there's pictures. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. Even if it's all just a fairy tale, so's the Bible. Let's be honest.
But do you believe it?
Do I believe the Bible?
No, the aliens.
Yeah.
You believe the aliens are coming from the inner Earth?
Some of them, yeah.
Well, explain how they're coming from outer. Are you saying it's both because they originally came from outer space and then they go to the inner Earth?
Yeah, and something happened where they had to move in the inner Earth because the planet, it was a habit up here changed for them.
Are you a Scientologist?
No, not at all. I don't believe in any religion. I think religion's a crock of shit. Same with the Bible. I think.
What about Killer Croc?
I think he's okay.
I thought he was pretty dumb in the movie.
Oh, that movie, yeah. He wasn't as big as he could have been.
Okay, now. So they went into the inside of the Earth because
there's a good article. You know whether it's bullshit or not. It's from the 40s. I think his name was William Byrd. He was a captain or a commander in the Air Force or Navy, and he was sent on a secret mission to Antarctica. And on the way there, so far in Antarctica, they saw it was beautiful. It wasn't. All ice, down below there's a hole, there's a community, a whole civilization. You have to look it up. I'm not going to be explaining it, but they said the types of creatures they seen there, they seen woolly mammoths there still alive, and this was 1940s.
This is inside the Earth?
Well, it was up in Antarctica, was where the entrance to this habitat is, and they said there's entire civilization living down there with they're flying around in ships and whatever. Not, I mean, it's interesting. I think it's William Byrd. It's from the 40s.
So is it?
I'm pretty sure his last name was Byrd.
So they come out from in there sometimes.
Yeah, but we just can't. You ever notice you don't really see anything in the middle of Antarctica. It's always white. So they're saying oh, see, I don't even trust the map on a fucking globe.
I don't trust anything unless I see.
I mean, there's probably islands out there that aren't on that globe that probably have people, and they could be just civilization from here. It doesn't have to necessarily be alien that we don't know of.
So sometimes they just come. Is that the UFOs that we see are ones that are coming?
Some,
out?
Yeah, not all of them. Obviously, they're still coming from space, but yeah, you gotta even jumping around. Check out about the Dulce base. That's pretty. That base is wild.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's 5 or 6 levels to it. It's in New Mexico. It's in the Indian country, so it's kind of protected too. I guess so. You can't really go up there because it's being watched.
How elephants are protected.
Yeah, no. I mean, the land is. I mean, the Indians keep their. They see the shit there. I mean, even their ancestors were talking about it. but they keep it. They don't really talk about it. So, like, they know what's going on there, but they kind of stay out. Like, they're not. It's not their war, I guess, the fight, but it should be.
Yeah.
I think it should be everybody's.
Wait, what war?
Well, with these aliens, like I'm saying, you gotta.
There's a war with the aliens.
There was, like, if you go by some of the information that's out there. I mean, like I said again, if it's all bullshit, but it's interesting bullshit. But I believe it. I think it's real.
Yeah.
Like, there was a fight between aliens and humans, or a SWAT team, not a SWAT team, but like a military team, like where they were fighting each other, and not all the aliens are bad. There's only certain races. Like, for example, the Greys. They say they're like more like a worker type alien. Like basically the whole thing is like here on Earth, the reptilians are supposedly
They're the ones inside the Earth.
Yeah, but they're like the leaders of like on this planet or something.
I've heard about reptilians for like ever.
Yeah. But
now, are the aliens good? The ones that sew their eyes shut, are they good?
It just depends. Like, there's good aliens there, but they say the Greys are predominantly like they come off.
That was an X-Files reference.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
The ones that sew their eyes shut.
Which episode was that again?
I mean, there was in a bunch of them, but I think that Red and the Black episode in season 5 was like a 2-parter.
Which one was that again?
Well, it was the one alien sew their eyes shut so they can't get the black worm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Worm.
Okay,
yeah.
I do remember that now.
Yeah, but anyway, you can go on now. Continue.
I'm trying to think like I said, like the gray aliens are saying like are more hostile than they're being portrayed on like TV and whatnot.
What is a really good website to go read stuff like this?
Or
you just Google search shit.
I Google search, like, I mean...
Okay, that's google.com.
Yeah.
Google.com.
Or UFO Digest. That's like a website about... I don't know if you find that information, but books. Like, I get books on Amazon. Like, there's one about the Dulce case. That's a good read. Just, like, search that up, Dulce base on Amazon or something, and a list of books will come up. Cool. There's some good information, but you can just get it for free, too. Like, watch stuff on YouTube. Type that in on YouTube, like Dulce base.
They can't see you do that.
Yeah.
He was making a typing motion with his fingers, but you couldn't really see. It didn't translate over audio very well.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, if it's all... It's more interesting than what's real shit up here is going on. Even if it's all read, I don't know. I want to believe.
You want to believe?
But I do believe that it will.
Dude, so I went to that comic convention. I went to that convention in Chicago. And I got if you want to look at that behind you on the wall, I got X-Files posters signed by all 4 of them. Gillian Anderson, David Duchovny, Mitch Pileggi, and William Davis.
Now you gotta find others.
Yeah, I could get the Lone Gunman.
Yeah, them too.
Well, technically, that's a poster from the movie.
That's true. So maybe just movie people.
Yeah, but when I met David Duchovny, I went up and he signed the poster. I'm like, so what's going on with Evolution 2? When are we getting that?
What do you say?
He laughs. He laughs. He goes, "That'd be nice."
Oh,
it's pretty funny.
I like that movie. That was cool.
That movie was real cool. Gillian Anderson was nice. They're all nice. It was pretty cool. Dude, whenever I met Rosario Dawson, did I tell you this about her later? Fuck. Dropped my phone. Whenever we did the photo op, like I walk up to her and I go, "You're so fucking hot." I said that to her.
What'd she say?
She like laughed. She's like, "Oh, stop it!" And then like whenever we got the picture taken, she got all close and was like holding my hand. I was like, "Yeah." Dude, she was real nice. Everyone was real. Was
she dressed like scantily clad or appropriately for conventional?
Becky Lynch was showing a little bit of cleavage. It was kind of funny because after the photo op of Becky Lynch, she went to her table. She had a scarf covering her. I think she realized that she
who cares? That's all everyone.
Here's Rosario Dawson.
Wow.
I think she's hot. But that's the chicks from People from Ash vs. Evil Dead. Dana De Lorenzo. I'm showing you pictures of Dana De Lorenzo, Ray Santiago, Dana De Lorenzo again, Elektra.
Carrie Ann Woll.
Carrie Ann Woll, yeah. Whenever she took her...
Jessica from True Blood.
This is really exciting for people listening as I show you pictures. But when she took the photo ops, she would either put her fake vampire teeth in or take them out. It was pretty cool because she was in True Blood.
Yeah, so whoever.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. There's Daredevil himself. Wow. He was real fucking nice. His line took just as long as Carrie Fisher's line because he was taking so long with each person. He was real cool.
Did she have the raspy voice?
She did. There's Foggy. I got a funny story about Foggy. There's Carrie Fisher right there. She has her dog in the photo op with her.
No way.
Yeah, and then she also had the dog sitting at the table. But whenever I met Carrie Fisher, she was giving... this is going to get boring because I think I told Gable some of these things in the next segment. But she was eating McDonald's and she was like, you want some french fries to people that she was just like, that were getting her autograph.
Wow, that's nice of her.
Yeah, she was cool. She was like, but him, Jack... someone I work with,
Eldon Henson.
Yeah, Eldon Henson. But my one girl I work with, she watched Daredevil and she fucking hates his character because she says all he does is fucking whine all the time. Huh. He just whines and complains. So I met him. I'm like, and I get his autograph. I'm like, yeah, just so you know, my one friend hates your character. She says all you do is just whine. And he goes, and I'm quoting. He goes, dude, every fucking day I tell the fucking writers that they need to stop making my character such a whiny bitch. Huh. But they just keep making me whine all the time. It was really funny.
Wow.
Yeah, he was cool. Jason Mewes is funny. On his autograph, Jason Mewes signs his name, I Heart Comics, Jason Mewes.
Does he really?
Yeah.
I asked him about selling Mewes juice at the table. Was he?
He was. I asked him about Clerks 3.
What
he said Jeff Anderson's the holdup.
Again?
Yeah. He said he thinks it's a scheduling thing. I'm like, what does Jeff Anderson have going on?
What did he say?
I didn't say that to him, but... Yeah, there's cigarette smoking, man. Look how fucking hot she still is.
Wow, I'd say she has the blonde hair for her TV show, The Fall, I think.
Yeah, she's still so hot. There's Mr. Cena.
Wow, it looks like a fucking standee.
John Cena does. Yeah. I tell you about the hashtag. I told you about the hashtag thing, right?
Yeah.
I had him sign hashtag beat me up. Yeah, he was cool. There's Mr. Fox.
Was he shaking?
Nah, not really. But he's surprised. I thought he was going to be sitting down whenever I met his autograph, Michael J. Fox.
Did you ask him anything?
No, not really. I just kind of was in and out of his butt. Yeah, she had a little bit of...
Oh, wow.
She had some cleavage going on there. Yeah, she was... Becky Lynch is who we're referring to. She was fucking hot. She was nice. Bailey was nice.
Did she hug everybody?
Well, no, it was funny. Whenever I went in there for Bailey, like, I saw someone hug her, and then 3 or 4 people go in, they don't, and I walk in, I'm like, so are we doing any hugs today? She's like, of course we are. And, like, hug me. Yeah, she was nice. The Bellas. They're hot.
I don't know that I'd want their audit.
I just got everyone was there that didn't get already.
How much were they, though?
They weren't that. They were like 40 or 45 or something.
25.
No, get out of town. There's the
Rollins.
Wow.
I like how they're all, not all of them, but like, they're all sporting their wear.
Well, funny about Seth Rollins was, remember when I met Nash and Hall the weekend before? I told you what Hall said? Yeah. Did I tell you what I told Rollins?
Yeah.
Oh, that's boring then. Oh, well, in case I didn't say it on the podcast, Hall and Nash, Hall said to me, when I met him, I was wearing my Seth Rollins shirt, and he goes, I got Rollins doing the job to Finn Balor at SummerSlam, which I guess he was right about.
That's true.
Yeah. He's like, I got Rollins doing the job to Balor. I was like, oh, yeah? He's like, yeah. I think the club's going to interfere. And when I met Rollins, I'm like, yeah, so I met Scott Hall last week, and he said you're going to be doing the job to Balor, and he starts laughing. He's like, oh, did he? How's that going to happen? And I was like, he said the club's going to come down. He's like, the club. So
now, I wonder if he's a reference because how goofy it is, like, that they're not the Bullet Club, or just he just...
That's a good question. I didn't think of that.
So I wondered that. Like, was he laughing because, like, the whole thing is...
The club, what a dumb fucking name.
Well, now it's like, it's not going to happen now because he ain't going to be back till, like, early next year.
Ridiculous. One of my favorite parts of SummerSlam was whenever they did that. Did you see what they did with the backstage segment with the club?
Yeah, where
that was fun. Yeah. They're like,
that's the last thing I watched because when I watched SummerSlam, I read the results of the whole show, and I decided to just start watching from Baylor and Rollins, and then I watched the next match, which was Reigns and Rusev. Yeah, then I watched the main event. Then I went back and watched Cena and AJ. Then I skimmed through like most of it.
Did you see this amazing fucking segue on my part? You see how smooth that was, how we're talking about wrestling now?
Yeah.
No, let's not. That was impressive.
It wasn't bad.
Okay. Now that was actually very impressive. But, so SummerSlam, AJ and Cena was a really fucking good match.
Yeah, but he seems to be having matches with like all them good indie guys.
Who, Cena?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, like, that was literally the definition of just a spot fest. Like, they were doing their finishers, like, a minute and a half into the match, and then there was no build.
Yeah, speaking of that match, like, whenever he did the
fucking AA off the top,
I was watching, like, how the slow-mo, like, how he fucking, like, fell that far. It's like, man, that's gotta hurt. I
was really shocked. I thought it was over whenever he did that.
I did too. I honestly thought Cena was going to win.
I thought Cena was
glad he didn't.
Yeah, I was really surprised AJ got a clean win.
But why wasn't... I don't understand, like... I think AJ might win the title now.
I hope he did. Did you see... Have you ever seen AJ do that fucking Styles Clash from the ropes in the corner?
Yeah, in TNA.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to do that in WWE.
He might. Depends on who he's fighting.
But I hope he fucking wins the title. That'd be awesome. I don't think they're going to take it off Ambrose for a little while, though. Yeah, although maybe if he really is getting heat, like we heard, you hear about how Ambrose is getting like heat backstage because of what he said and how he was on the podcast.
But it's true though. That product sucks. I'm this close. I keep saying that, but I watch parts. I skim through everything pretty much anymore, except the people I want to see.
So what do you think of the end with Orton and Lesnar?
I mean, it was okay. I guess you expected the blood, but man, when you saw one part, like, it fucking was gushing.
Yeah.
That was pretty wild.
I thought for sure that he cut himself, but he clearly didn't.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if, like, now if they edited, like, if you
I was wondering the same thing.
They didn't after, like, I mean, they didn't do it directly after SummerSlam because it was still the real footage, but I wonder if you watch it now, if it fucking shouldn't be.
While we're doing this podcast, I'm going to look it up on here.
It really shouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't think it should be either, but I don't know. Because Taz is convinced that like that wasn't planned. That finish.
I think he's right. I mean, I think he is right because like, yeah, why would Shane come down? I don't get that. That's so stupid. He's right. Like they're still doing so much. Like,
did you read what they said apparently happened? How like from what I read, they said that Orton shows up to the building. And they tell Orton that Lesnar's going to hardway him, and he's like, okay. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit, quite frankly. If they're not asking it, like Taz says, like they wouldn't just tell you you're doing something. They'd ask you, like if it is straight up told him that's how it's going to go down, I'd be like, you can go fuck yourselves.
Yeah, if they did that,
that's really disrespectful. And then in my opinion.
Then why are they still doing this if they're like doing the old PG shit? Like they're not bringing anything in, and this goes to like what I've always said. Like the only people that are buying the network are hardcore wrestling fans. No casual fan is buying it.
I haven't heard anyone agree with you on that yet.
Until Taz said it this week on his show.
I'm kidding.
But it's true. No fucking casual fans. I mean, a few, but they're not bringing in new subscribers. They're fudging the numbers. They're lying about how many people actually have the network. They're including... The problem is they're including in like the free 1 month people.
Yeah. Well,
they keep adding on top, but every time you sign up, like I use so many different free months. I'm probably like paid like if you had to look at it, between 15 and 20 subscriptions. Then they're counting.
Well, I mean, it's just like how Taz said. The only casual fan that has are just kids that are bothering their parents to get it.
And even then, they're just gonna watch it. I guarantee they're watching the pay. Everybody's watching for the pay-per-views. They ain't watching Holy Foley. They watch probably some of the old wrestling, but I highly doubt they're watching.
I watch Holy Foley.
I don't.
Now, what do you think about that?
Nothing on there.
Have you been listening to them talk about that buckle bomb on Taz's show?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I think Bret is being a douchebag. Bret Hart, in regards to his saying that Rollins is a fucking... Remember how I said afterwards I was afraid that people are going to think Rollins is dangerous now?
Yeah.
And a bunch of fucking idiots are thinking that exact same thing now because they're fucking stupid.
And someone on his show brought up a good point that, like, I wonder if Bret saw that because that's the way he got taken out.
Yeah, I heard that was a good point.
Goldberg, yeah, I never really thought about that, but that could be true.
I mean, did anything else even happen on SummerSlam of substance that there is to discuss?
No, Bray Wyatt didn't come out, did he?
In SummerSlam?
Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. They made a tease on SmackDown before that he was going to come out. I thought he was going to come out and force Orton lose to Lesnar.
Yeah, because they seem to be going with Orton and Wyatt now.
Yeah, which I have this match I actually do want to see.
I'm really fucking concerned. Whenever Reigns won his match, I instantly got this feeling in the pit of my stomach that Reigns is going to fucking win.
I thought that too. He shouldn't. I don't understand why. Like, he's still getting booed. This is like this is 8 months after he won the title back in December. Well, I'm counting that one because people were cheering more for that time than the Survivor Series win. But he lost like seconds later, a minute or two later, whatever it was. But yeah, I don't get it.
We're kind of jumping all over the place here, but dude, did you watch SmackDown or no?
Yeah, I watched when I
Dude,
came over from
how about fucking Rhino and Heath Slater? That fucking made me laugh.
That was funny. I always hated Heath Slater, but I like his character now.
Dude, I love Rhino. He's like, this is going to be able to pay for an above ground pull. And like, just the looks on their faces, it was really fucking funny.
Well, even that, like, since they're tag team now, that's another thing that really irritates me. They have 6 tag teams, and they have a tag team belt. Dude, they have 6 women, and they have a women's belt for 6 people.
How is that a division?
It's not.
After 3 months, I'm going to be like, all right, and I'm tired of all these same fucking matches. I'm done.
They're already doing it.
Yeah.
They're not going to stop. They should have put the women's division on a Raw, and they should have done it that way.
Now, it looks like they haven't cut
it on one show.
I mean, it's looking like it's not cut. I mean, they have of him punching Orton in his fucking head. Now, where is it where he busts him? He doesn't use an elbow.
It's probably coming.
I think it's right here, right?
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, it had it in that second one.
Yeah,
that one looked like it knocked right there.
Yeah, that looks like
it was the second one.
But if they show the blood gushing out when he gets up, then it's definitely not cut. But which is surprising, quite frankly. I thought
almost a week later tonight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, maybe they're not doing it because I don't know. But then aren't they doing it on other shit?
Editing stuff?
Yeah, I know they did. Like,
yeah, there's a couple of pay-per-views right after stuff. I think they cut out where the middle finger thing with Undertaker and Lesnar. Yeah, didn't they delete like not a pro Lesnar sign, but they digitally like changed it, like when it said for Reigns, like when it rains it bores, now it just says when it rains. When it rains, yeah, I remember that.
Speaking of that, did you see like a couple weeks back after the final deletion thing, someone had a sign, I think it was on Raw, it said delete Reigns.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, that was funny. I'm trying to think what else happened on Raw and SmackDown this week.
I thought for sure Sami Zayn like broke his leg again. I was like,
dude,
really?
that's the best sell job I've ever seen in my life. The only thing that had me doubting that it wasn't real was that they didn't stop it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because whenever they didn't, I was like, they probably would have ended the match soon, or they would have stopped the match. But yeah, dude, he did an amazing job of selling that.
Yeah, that was a good match, and so was the Owens and who did he fight again? Neville match.
Oh yeah, Owens
man, Neville, he looks like for a little dude. He's fucking built.
Yeah, he is. He's like
insanely.
He's like how Rey Mysterio got after he was the world champ. He's like 5'3", weighing 300 pounds.
Like he's in fucking shape.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what happened on SmackDown. What was even the main event? That's right. It was fucking AJ and Ziggler. That's right.
That was okay match.
I mean, before I watched SmackDown, I already knew that a couple of things was going to happen from reading I just saw some article that said AJ Styles challenging. I'm like, all right, then I guess he wins. But had I not seen that, I would have assumed that it was going to be a triple threat.
I think it might still be.
You think so?
Yeah, even though they said that, I think it still might happen. I mean, hell, that pay-per-view's in 2 weeks. That's quick.
Is it even 2 weeks still, or is it a week now? Wasn't it? Didn't they say it was going to be 2 weeks on like Monday?
Well, it's not next weekend. The weekend after.
Oh, it's not next weekend.
No, it's the weekend after next. Okay. Then 2 weekends after that is the Raw pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
So this week they ought to be having their. Well, no, they've already been starting some of their feuds, but
they still got to crown their first fucking champion before they. That's
ridiculous that happened that way. That's a bummer.
That sucks for Finn Balor.
No, I thought for sure we might see like the Bullet Club, the real one, not the Baylor Club, like sooner. But obviously now that's not going to happen. Yeah, because I thought for sure, like they would team up in Survivor Series, like both show, like AJ and them three, and like a Survivor Series match.
I didn't even think of that.
But now that's not happening.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
I think at this point, if it happens next year, I'm not going to care.
They're taking too fucking long.
Yeah,
I guess at this point it's not their. Well, it is their fault because they should have done it a long fucking time ago.
Well, they should have done it when they first They should have done it back around WrestleMania time. That's what should have happened.
I agree.
Or even had them, Candice and Alla, show up at TakeOver, the one before WrestleMania.
You going to TLC?
No. Not now. I mean, it might have been an idea, but now it's going to be. I don't know what show it's going to be.
It's a Raw show.
I mean, that would be. I don't know. I mean, when I see Owens and Rollins,
you know when that pay-per-view is?
Cesaro.
You know when that pay-per-view is?
Probably the same weekend as Still CityCon, isn't it?
It's the same weekend as Rogue One. It's the Sunday Rogue One comes out.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It was funny because the dude at work he bought like 6 tickets for it or something.
So what? He can't go?
Well, he was telling me, he was like, if someone bails out, if you want to go, I was like, yeah, I might. I'll let you know. I don't even know if I'll be watching wrestling then. So then we were talking. He's like looking at the request off sheet, and he's like, oh my god! Like with my luck, that'll be the weekend that Rogue One comes out. And just saying it like jokingly, and I was like, dude, it might be actually. So he goes and he looks and he's like, fuck, it is.
Yeah, but couldn't he get off Sunday night? Because the busiest nights are going to be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah, he's probably still going to get it off anyway.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, even if, oh no, you can't, I guess you can't work. Well, maybe, come in at, morning hours, maybe they'd let him.
You think that movie's going to be good?
Hope so.
You see the new poster?
No.
We got a new poster, and it's fucking badass.
Is it based on, the other...
It's that picture of, them showing the Death Star from the planet. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I did see a picture of that.
Yeah, we got it in at work. It's that one.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool looking.
That's what I was thinking, too. What movie's really good is, why don't they make, a trilogy of just that? Just the war, make them all 3 war films. Have no Jedi. Enough with the Jedi.
I don't have a problem with that, but I don't know that they can have 3 films based on the story they're doing. There's only so much you can do with that, you know?
Yeah. But I think,
they need to do a someone said this to me, it might even been you, they need to do a trilogy of, just the shit before even episode...
Yeah, I think it was me, because I did bring it up after seeing it. It's man, I'd like to see the true rise of the Empire, having them take over planets, some of that footage, it looked like they copied from Battlefront.
Yeah.
The way the action's going to be portrayed, which is cool. I thought they said Saving Private Ryan, too, was going to be
I heard that, too.
Basis of that. But then they said they changed it, though, because they were it was a little too dark, like Suicide Squad. But maybe they should rethink that, because Suicide Squad was number 3 for 3 weeks.
Suicide Squad was not that good.
I think it was better than Batman vs. Superman, I think.
Yeah, but what's that really say?
Not much. I watched the Justice League trailer again 2 nights back, and I'm like, man, I don't know. I still don't know. It's fucking goofy. Especially the part where, Flash is where he's
Batman?
Yeah, he's like, I'm in. And, Bruce really?
Yeah.
Really? You're saying, it just doesn't seem like, I don't know, it doesn't seem like Bruce Wayne to me there. And then he's looking for Arthur Curry. And they're showing the same shot, over and over, when he's in the wave. Obviously, that's the same shot, just different cuts of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It might be cool.
I just want Infinity War. I don't even care about Justice League.
Yeah, but even getting off a little bit, that Kong Skull Island trailer.
Oh my god!
I told you.
It looks so fucking good.
And what's nice is, they said, obviously because they're leading up to Godzilla vs. King Kong, but they're mentioning Godzilla because the company what the hell is that called in Godzilla?
Wheeling Utani?
No, it was I Wish. Oh man, that'd be, how the hell would that be cool? Predator. Yeah, because he fights the biggest game, you know what I mean? He goes and
what if Predator shows up and he's riding on Godzilla's tail?
Or no, what if he fights both of them? Well, that too. That would be cool. But I'm talking about if Predator showed up and he fights has to kill King Kong Godzilla. Well, getting back to what I'm saying, they said there's going to be references to Godzilla, but that company that was in Godzilla is going to be in this one. I heard too. Not the same people, but the company they worked. The hell was that called? Monarch. I think it was called Monarch in Godzilla.
Yeah, that movie looks real good.
Yeah.
But I got to take a shit, so we're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna end this segment, this wrestling segment. Where we talked about wrestling for about 6 minutes because wrestling sucks now. But all right, well, we're gonna go, and we're gonna be back here with Gable to finish up the show. All right, Tito, we'll see you later, right, Tito?
Yep.
Yep. And we are back from the wrestling segment.
I wasn't ready.
I don't really know what happened in that
You back from Tito's?
Yeah, because we didn't do it yet, so I don't know what happened in that segment. I know we were going to talk about wrestling, but
we
not
were gone
as much.
forever. You guys talked about how great I was.
I probably didn't have
how great I am.
We don't lie. We don't tell lies.
Was great.
Alright, so we're gonna go over a bunch of random bullshit here.
Random bullshit.
The first thing we're gonna go over is the Captain America story we were saving because we simply forgot it.
Yeah,
I mean Gable forgot it.
Suck. Sticky fingers over here. Skip the page.
Apparently, Steve Rogers isn't Captain America anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Who is he? That's not a person.
Okay, so
look at that. That's such a fucking weird shape.
So speaking with Huffington Post, co-director Joe Russo confirmed that in those final moments of the film, Steve Rogers has given up on being Captain America. I think him dropping that shield is him letting go of that identity. Him admitting that certainly the identity of Captain America was in conflict with the very personal choice that he was making. That doesn't make any sense to me. He even said, hey, if you need any help, call me and my friends. But if he's not Captain America anymore, like that's just dumb. Did you get any indication into the movie he was not going to be Captain America anymore? Because I didn't.
I mean, the only thing that I could possibly think of is like whenever he was like out of uniform and like he went to break everyone out. Like, why would Captain America go break everyone out? He'd have to be like a covert Captain America type deal. But I didn't really think about it that much. I just kind of assumed.
I didn't get any indication that he was not going to be Captain America at all.
I don't get why he can't just be Captain America and break them out still.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean.
This is Steve Rogers has done this before in the comics too, shedding his Captain America suit to become the hero Nomad for a brief time, and most recently handing the mantle to Sam Wilson and focusing as a mission coordinator for S.H.I.E.L.D. Remains to be seen what, if any, identity Chris Evans' character will take on in the films, but the Winter Soldier probably wouldn't mind suiting up in his costume, as yesterday's deleted scene teased, which we didn't see yet. I don't know what they're talking about. In further Civil War news, Entertainment Weekly has a revelation from Anthony Russo about what the third Captain America film almost featured when it wasn't clear if Robert Downey Jr. would be available for the film. There was a period where we did discuss a third act that revolved around the Mad Bomb. What?
Your things were getting low.
Oh my God. I wonder if people could even hear what I was saying. But it's getting pretty high up there, though.
I'm looking at the other ones. The other ones are the important ones.
Anyways, I was saying, there was a period where we did discuss a third act that revolved around the Mad Bomb from Cap mythology. The charm of the Mad Bomb is that you turn hordes of people into berserkers. That was the physical challenge that Cap and company would have had to face.
Do you think the berserkers like to make fucking?
I don't know what they're talking about, but I think they do. The notion of the Mad Bomb would have been Cap having to fight civilians and how he would handle that. We were always trying to put him into these interesting moral conundrums because of his nature. That would have made a compelling third act because if civilians are the antagonist, how could he stop them without killing them? That all sounds dumb.
Basically, if they weren't, what I got from that is that's the story they would have went with if they weren't doing Civil War.
Yeah.
If they weren't able to get
Robert Downey Jr.
RDJ to do Civil War, they would have scrapped. They would have scrapped Civil War and did this Mad Bomber storyline.
This would have been really dumb. It sounds dumb to me.
It sounds interesting to me. It wouldn't have been as exciting as Civil War. Civil War was on the same fucking level as like the Avengers and shit. Like it didn't feel like a standalone fucking superhero movie. It felt like an Avengers movie to me.
Yeah.
Whereas this sounds more like and there's Captain America doing Captain America-y things.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just, as you were talking, I was kind of just reading over this part again about them saying how he's not Captain America because it just doesn't make any sense to me.
It would have been on a completely... The more exciting news to me is that... Well, not exciting, but like interesting news to me is that alternate storyline there. But to me, it just sounds like two completely different levels. Like, Civil War is shaking up the Marvel Universe, whereas this is like, Captain saved the day.
And Civil War is a much grander film in regards to the Marvel Universe. Yeah. This seems like it'd be a much smaller scale in regards to the Marvel Universe.
Me, personally, I think Civil War, it's a toss-up between Civil War and Guardians, but those are my two favorites so far. I
think Guardians is my favorite.
Guardians is really good. It's a really fun movie.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Except the dance scene at the end was kind of stupid.
Quit talking your bullshit.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong. Okay, so you can... What's this next topic now?
Zendaya as Mary Jane.
Apparently, she's a one-name wonder. She's too good for two names.
I don't like that. Okay,
Madonna.
Let's first have the topic. So you don't like when people have one name?
No, I think it's kind of dumb.
I think it's dumb too. Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's really dumb.
Madonna's stupid.
Dude, Mick G. You know who Mick G is?
I don't even know who that is.
Mick G is... He directed Terminator Salvation. He directed one of the Charlie's Angels movies. He's a director. His name is MC capital G is his name he goes by.
That's
Mick
dumb.
G. It's really fucking stupid. It pisses me off. But anyway. Okay, so what's going on?
Anyway, I wanted to talk about this one name bullshit.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
Alright, then what else do you have to say about it?
Zendaya is apparently going to be playing... We knew she was casted as Mary Jane.
No, we knew that she was cast in the film.
That's what I meant to say. That she was cast in the film. What we are now learning is that she is most likely going to be playing Mary Jane in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
How does this, answer carefully and delicately, how does this make you feel?
I think it's a great choice.
Thank you.
I think she's going to do a really good job.
All right, now let's talk about the convention.
Okay. Now, I went to Chicago.
I know you don't think that was a great choice.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I do.
Are you fucking with me?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, let's hear your opinion like it matters or something.
Okay, my opinion is that I personally despise whenever a character is not cast in a way that reflects the source material properly. Which I have a problem with this just as much as I had a problem with Kingpin being played by Ving Rhames when Kingpin is a big fat white guy. A big fat bald white guy. Mm-hmm. There's no problem with this, yet if we have Falcon casted by fucking Tom Cruise, people would lose their fucking shit.
Yeah.
If Falcon was cast as a white guy, people would flip the fuck out.
I see your point, but those are large. Those are much bigger characters.
Mary Jane's a pretty fucking big character in comics.
Yeah,
a lot of people know who fucking Mary Jane Watson is. She's the biggest character in Spider-Man besides Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't know. The girl just, to me, she looks like she could be Mary Jane. I don't know what to tell you. Like to me, like I get it. She's not she's not the same skin tone, but I don't know. To me, like it looks like they'd have good chemistry as like a Mary Jane Peter Parker chemistry between Tom Holland and
just from their look,
Zendaya. I don't know. I could see them interacting well. I've never seen her in anything, so I don't know if she's even a good actress.
Well, and this is another thing that annoys me. I can guarantee you she was not cast because, like, I guarantee you they cast a black girl just so they could cast a black girl. I think they did. I really do. I think they wanted to have... I think that maybe in the story, they already had the characters they wanted to use. They did not have a black character in the movie, so they're like, we need to have a black character in this movie.
Dude, there's no way they would have casted someone like with a dark skin color. I cannot see them casting someone with a dark skin color. I think if they were, they knew they had to tread lightly and have someone who is a lighter skin tone or maybe half black. Like, to me, she looks like she's half black, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, well, she's African American, German, and something else.
You looked this up?
I saw it somewhere. Yeah, okay. I can't remember what the third one was, but yeah, I know it's African American.
Dude, to me, she does not look like she is like going to be.
She looks half black to me.
She doesn't look like she's going to be rocking an afro as Mary Jane. She looks like she's going to. I saw there were some pictures where she did have straight hair. It was dyed red in some of the pictures I saw. To me, it looked good. I could see her playing Mary Jane.
I just see no reason why they couldn't just cast a white girl as the character's white. I just don't understand it. Just like in Annie, whenever they remade Annie and fucking Will Smith's daughter was Annie. It's dumb. It's really dumb. I just think it's stupid.
That was Will Smith's daughter? Wait, what?
Pretty sure that was Will Smith's daughter and Annie, the black girl.
I don't think that's accurate.
Go ahead and Google this. I'll have to look this up while you continue.
Willow?
Willow the Wisp.
Willow Smith?
I think it was Willow the Wisp.
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly a very attractive.
I think, don't get me wrong, I think she's hot as fuck.
Mary Jane was known for... Does the girl look like she would be a runway model?
What's that?
Do you think the girl could be casted as a... Marvel Universe aside, if there was a role for a runway... it's called a runway model, right?
Sure, a runaway model.
Runaways. Back to that. Get
to the point.
Does she look like she could be a model in a movie?
The girl playing her?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's what Mary Jane is. She's like this overly attractive girl who Peter has like trouble talking to, and like just.
I mean, that's fine. I have no issue with her look. I have no issue. She's hot as fuck.
Right.
I think she's gorgeous, but my point is
I
that
think she's gonna get
Mary
the
Jane
character.
Isn't black.
She can still hit the nail the character.
But I just don't understand why it's just the same as like making Sulu gay. There's no reason to do it. He can just be straight.
I feel
they're
like
just
that
changing it in
changes everything though. Zulu gay.
I mean, they're just changing it just so they can like make it more PC and more like diverse, so they can get more people to come see the movie. That's the only reason they're doing it. I mean, okay. Willow Smith played Annie.
It was Willow Smith.
Where's it at here? It said Will Smith cast. Where's it at?
I don't think you know what you're talking about.
It was right there. The Smith's daughter Willow was, but I'm clicking on here. I'm trying to see where it is.
It's wrong.
Maybe it is wrong. Maybe it's saying Smith's daughter's Willow was something else besides Annie.
I don't know. We're leaving some dead air here.
Yeah, you're good at that.
Yeah, we are. I guess we're just gonna have to agree to disagree.
No, I guess that wasn't
I see where you're coming from.
Michael J. Fox played himself.
I understand. Like I have no issue with them making a character gay for like Star Trek.
They could make Spider-Man. Okay, they could make Spider-Man an entire fucking movie with nothing but fucking black characters in it. If the characters were initially black in the comic, fine. If they made a Spider-Man movie with the dude who took over as Spider-Man in the new ones, the black character, what's his name?
Miles Morales.
If they made a character with him and his girlfriend and that happens to be black, that's fucking fine. I don't care. That's fine. But don't cast Miles fucking Davis. Who's it?
Miles Morales.
Don't cast Miles Morales played by Tom Holland. Don't fucking make a white guy play him. It's stupid.
I see where you're coming from, and I'm telling you, like most other black actresses, I would have had an issue with, but for some reason, this girl to me, it does not bother. Like her look to me does not bother me. I could totally dig her playing Mary Jane.
Yeah, dude, if Mila Kunis was casted, I would be like, this is dumb. And Mila Kunis is white.
I'm not. I'm aware.
Okay, but she's kind of confused.
I'm not saying it has anything.
She's like white, but not really sure exactly what she is. But
I don't know how to describe it. Like skin color aside, it does not bother. It does like her as the character Mary Jane does not bother me. Maybe if I saw some test footage of her interacting or like how she acts, I've never seen her in anything, but just visually to me, I can see her playing Mary Jane.
Visually to me, I just don't think she looks like it. I don't know. So we'll disagree that I'm right. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
No.
All right. Well, Dave won that one.
All right. Just talk about the convention that the reason we missed our podcast last week.
I did talk about it in last week's podcast.
Yeah.
But I ended up meeting a lot of cool people.
2 weeks ago's podcast.
Yeah, that was last week. But
that was 2 weeks ago.
I mean, we put it
Tell us
down
about it
last weekend.
Tell us about it.
We did put it up last weekend.
Tell us about
last week. It was good. I had a fun time.
All right.
I met a lot of people.
And then that's it.
What?
That's it.
What else do you want to know? Ask me questions.
Interview
me.
What did you see anything there that you liked?
I saw people.
Was Kevin Nash there?
Kevin Nash wasn't there, but he was at the other convention.
The one you were at?
It's just still CityCon the weekend before.
Oh, didn't you go to that too?
Yeah. I did talk about, I think, in the segment with Justin about what Kevin Nash said about Deadpool, because we never even mentioned that in the podcast.
Who did you talk to that?
Justin, I think I mentioned that during that, because I remember that we never discussed it.
Who's the fuck's Justin?
My cousin that went with me.
Oh.
Remember I recorded this segment with him.
Oh, see, I did not listen to last week's footage, and you did tell me about that. I'm sorry.
Fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know, it was a good time. I didn't get to see a single panel because all I did was stand in line and wait for autographs. But everyone was really cool. I really wanted to fuck Gillian Anderson. I told Rosario Dawes when I walked up to her she's really fucking hot. That was funny.
She liked that?
Yeah.
Did you tap that?
I tried. Tried to get a finger in there when I was getting my photo op done. But it didn't work out so well.
Just one little finger.
Yeah, just one little finger. Nothing special.
Is she Asian?
No, she's
I know
black.
she's not Asian. I've seen it.
Yeah. I didn't meet a single Asian. No, I met an Asian. I met an Asian that was a cosplay one that was supposed to be, I think, Katana or something. I don't know. She didn't have a mask on, but I don't know what she was supposed to be. I got to show you some of the pictures of the other costume people. There was this one girl, Catwoman, that was licking her whip. That was pretty hot.
That sounds... Was it like the Halle Berry?
It was a confused one. It wasn't even really a...
The Halle Berry one. Did you ever see that movie? I think she was supposed to be Catwoman.
No, I didn't see that.
It's kind of weird. I
heard it was actually kind of bad.
Yeah,
that's what I kind of heard, was that it was kind of not good.
I wasn't going to say it was good. I was just saying it's kind of weird.
I heard it was kind of not good. I don't know why you're saying it's so good. I heard it was bad.
I think some of the attraction about Catwoman is that she's a Batman villain, and I don't think Batman had anything to do with that fucking movie.
Well, for any wrestling fans, when I met John Cena, he was really cool and nice, even though we went up for the photo op at 3 o'clock and p.m., and we're standing up there. It's 3 o'clock, and I walk up to the lady. I'm like, man, he's not here yet. She goes, no, I just found out that he was expected at the airport at 3 o'clock. I'm like, that's a shame. So he stood there in line and waited for me. I think he was a half hour late. But he was really nice. He apologized for being late. And whenever I got his autograph, I went up to him. I said hello, and he was like, hello, and he was signing. And I was like, hey, is there any way that you could sign on this hashtag beat me up? And he laughs at me and he goes, yeah, I think I can do that. And he signed it like that.
I only understand that joke because you let me in on the joke.
Hashtag
I don't watch the wrestling. Cena.
Yeah. And then whenever I met Nikki Bella, I was like, she was signing. I was like, when I met John Cena, I had him put hashtag beat me up. Can you put hashtag I beat up John Cena on this because they're dating in real life? And she starts laughing. She goes, well, I can put hashtag I beat John Cena, but that might not be good. That's not appropriate. I think she meant like beat him off or something. I don't know. Because I don't know why she said it's not appropriate. She jumped to conclusions. Yeah. So she put on hers hashtag I beat up John Cena, which I thought was cool. It was nice of her. So yeah, most of the people are. Carrie Fisher was nice. Carrie Fisher was when we were waiting in line when people walk up for the autograph. She was giving out her McDonald's French fries to them.
What?
Carrie Fisher had McDonald's that she was eating, and then the people walk up. She goes, "Want some French fries?"
Dude, she would have done an interview. You should have asked her for an interview.
She was real cool. She was handing and actually, what happened was there was a group of people in front of her booth, and there was a whole other section that didn't even get to her booth yet that they were waiting for to go over. So she has to go to the bathroom. She leaves and she comes back, and when she comes back, the guy goes, "Yeah, unfortunately, she won't be personalizing autographs anymore." I'm like, oh, whatever. So she sits down. She goes, yeah, I thought that you guys were all that was left. They didn't tell me there was a whole other section that had to sign too. And she got kind of mad, but she wasn't mad at us. She was mad at the convention people because they fucking overbooked it. So I heard her talking to someone, and she goes, I'm not mad at you, sweetie. I'm mad at them. So she was pretty pissed off at the convention people, it seemed, because they really overbooked too many. Well, that's the problem. Like, you get a VIP, okay? You pay all this extra money for a VIP package to get an entrance and VIP treatment for, let's say, John Cena. I get a VIP for John Cena. I'm standing in line with 500 other people that have VIPs for John Cena. How the fuck is it a VIP now at this point?
Yeah,
you fucking sold so many of them, and that's how they do. They just keep selling them and selling them. When they sell out of Carrie Fisher photo ops, they start listing Carrie Fisher photo op Group B. They just keep fucking selling them.
That's dumb.
Yeah, because they just want to keep fucking making money, and it's ridiculous. But the people there were all cool. Everyone was really nice. So it was a fun time.
I always wanted to get to one of those conventions, and I don't know. I just don't want to. I don't want to do it.
I mean, you can have fun, like at one like that, especially if you go to a big one like that, you can have even more fun because there is a lot of shit to do. It's free.
I couldn't see myself like doing any of the autographs, but I would love just to walk around and see what's like there.
We can go to all the panels for free. Sit there and listen to the Q&As, and you can ask them questions. Those are all free.
Entries free
for the Q&As. Yeah. If you pay to get into the convention, you can go to any Q&A, get in line, and ask someone a question.
How much is the convention itself?
For the whole weekend, the convention was like $100. But
that's not too bad.
But that's a 4-day one. That was a big one. Normally it's 3 days. It's probably closer to like $70 something.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can go to every Q&A. I mean, if you get in line fast enough before the other people, you can ask the people questions. I mean, you can go to all the fucking tables and dude, the one vendor, they were giving out free shots of whiskey or whatever the hell it was. They're like, hey, you want a free shot? And I'm like,
free
no.
booze.
Yeah, my cousin's like, sure, and then just check his ID and just give him a free shot.
That's cool.
Yeah, they have a bunch of cool stuff you can do.
Probably so you get drunk and like spend money on more shit.
But yeah, like that one, I'd never even seen one that had a gaming section that was so big. There was just games you could play. Just like, it was nuts.
Dude, I heard that like they have some like really awful overpriced food there.
Oh, every convention does.
Yeah,
it's no different than like well, it's no more expensive than a baseball game or going to like a fucking wrestling show.
Uh-huh.
It's the same. It's no more expensive than a movie theater, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, so it was a good time. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of money, but I enjoyed it. So that's that. Now what do we got left? Let's go over this Marvel footage from Comic-Con.
Did you see it?
I did not see it.
I thought you went to Comic-Con.
No, I went to Wizard World.
Aren't they all the same?
No.
Don't they all look the same?
No. I would never even want to go to a San Diego Comic-Con.
What?
If you go to a San Diego...
Probably so overcrowded.
Dude, if I want to go to a San Diego Comic-Con and meet 2 people, that's my entire weekend probably. There's probably like 1,000 fucking people in line for... Like, it's ridiculous. Like, the Wizard... I'd love to go... I wish I could have went to Wizard World in Philadelphia. They had fucking Chris Hemsworth was there. Chris Evans was there.
I fucked both of them.
Yeah. I'd like to go and get... That'd have been cool to meet them, but... So let's start off with the Spider-Man footage.
Blackmail them, tell them they have to give me money, or else I'll tell them that you guys are gay.
Neither of them are blackmail, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Blackmail footage?
Oh, I see. So let's go over the Spider-Man. We'll start off with the Spider-Man Homecoming footage. So did you read this? What happens in it?
Nope, that's why I was waiting for you.
Alright, so you just open your ears and listen. The clip starts with the song Bad Reputation by Joan Jett. Every story, every hero has a beginning. We see high school yearbook photos of all the Marvel characters, which appear to be real high school yearbook photos of the Marvel stars. We zoom in. And
that's really cool.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool. We zoom into one of the yearbook photos and cut to live action. I heard it shows all of them, like Doctor Strange when he was a teenager, like all of them. It's pretty cool. Peter Parker is walking down the hallway at Midtown High School. He looks up at a banner for the upcoming homecoming dance, which is being hung above some lockers. Peter is now in science class, not paying attention. Instead, he is watching a video on YouTube, footage of Giant Man from the Civil War airport battle. Not sure anyone got that. The teacher notices that he's not paying attention. Turn the page. Cut to women's studies class. Peter talks with his nerdy friend about a bunch of cute girls on the other side of the classroom. A girl at the table next to them notices them and gives them a dirty look, tells them they're losers. We see a montage of Peter Parker's day at high school from 1 p.m. web design class, where he's actually trying to secretly make his webbing, to his gym period where a group of girls play the game Fuck, Marry, Kill, with Marvel superheroes as Parker does push-ups. The girls are infatuated by Spider-Man.
Does it actually say Fuck, Marry, Kill?
Yeah, I mean, I assume they're playing it, but they're probably not saying fuck.
Alright.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so they're playing the game as Parker's doing push-ups. They're all infatuated with Spider-Man. It sounds cool. I like how they're showing, like, you know what I mean, his normal high school life.
Dude, that's something that I felt was, like, fucking missing.
Yeah.
Like you see the shit with, like, Peter Parker at home and him, like, trying to fucking, like, learn his powers and shit, but you don't actually see him, like, much in school, like, struggling and, like, trying to keep his grades up. Like, that's something I wanted to fucking see in these Spider-Man there's past Spider-Man movies that I just feel like were they were well underplayed.
Well, this has been, from what I read, they're toting this as like, it's very much like a John Hughes movies from the 80s. That's like the tone of the movie is like Breakfast Club, stuff like that.
Okay.
Like
that'd be fucking cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really fucking cool.
So later in the day...
Oh, fuck, I cannot wait for this.
It's going to be
really
terrible.
good.
It's going to be really good.
Shut the fuck up.
Later in the day, Peter tells one of his classmates that he has to go. She responds, "What are you hiding, Peter?" He responds, "Not this," and pulls his dick out and slaps her across the face with it. I couldn't believe he did that. That's nuts.
What's he really do?
Nothing. She says, "What are you hiding, Peter?" We see a quick cut montage of Peter jumping on top of a moving truck, now in his Spider-Man suit, climbing a wall, and more. Cut back to Peter not being able to respond to the high school girl who says she was just messing with him. We end on the Spider-Man Homecoming logo on high school notebook cover. Oh, and a button to the Comic-Con sizzle reel shows a character who appears to be Vulture falling down from the sky towards the camera. That's right, Vulture is finally confirmed for Spider-Man Homecoming, although we still don't know if he will be played by Michael Keaton or another actor, but that's him in the concept art above, which I do not see.
Okay, so I might be the only person in the world who does not want Michael Keaton as the Vulture, but I would much rather see him as Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. I think it's pretty much like confirmed that he's going to be Vulture. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It says he plays the film's villain, which is rumored to be Vulture, and I've read stuff online that it's him playing Vulture.
Dude, I feel like he'd be so good at being fucking Norman Osborn.
Now that sounds cool, but I think Thor Ragnarok sounds even cooler. Like,
do you know
anything about this movie? What they're doing?
I heard roughly rumors about like how they're going to be including like Planet Hulk and shit. Yeah, that sounds really cool. But like to me personally, the Spider-Man shit just fucking it gets me so excited.
Well, we'll read this, and this is I really want to see this fucking parody film because it sounds fucking hilarious. Okay, the director shot a documentary short that featured Thor living down in Australia with a guy named Daryl Jacobson in a small apartment. He's wearing shorts, sitting around not doing much in a cheap apartment. Thor, that is. Daryl has some difficulty vacuuming around Mjolnir sitting in the middle of the floor.
Do you think Chris Hemsworth is a heavy mead drinker?
What?
Do you think he's a heavy drinker of mead?
I don't know what mead is.
Mead? Like beer? Do you think he drinks the Foster's beer?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know what Foster's beer is?
I don't drink, dude.
You don't know what fucking Foster's beer is?
I assume it's a beer.
It's a beer. Dude, the Foster's beer like comes in these giant fucking... I mean, they're technically the same size as all the other one-pint cans because it's 1 pint, but they're fucking extra like wide. They're shorter, but they're wider, so they don't fit in your cup holder in your car. You can't drive and drink your Foster's beer. Not that I would drink or drive.
But who cares, though?
But like, I don't understand why their beer has to be wider. Why does it have to... Why can't it fucking just be normal? Why does it have to be such a weird fucking shaped can?
I don't know.
It just really pisses me off that they think they're so much better than everyone else. That they have to charge $1 more and make it extra wide, the can extra wide.
Alright, moving on. Daryl has some difficulty vacuuming around Mjolnir sitting in the middle of the floor.
Is that the hammer?
Yes. We also get to see Thor volunteering at an elementary school, asking them to identify poor drawings of the Avengers.
Porn drawings?
Poor.
Oh, that's
Thor is surprised that the kids know who the purple weirdo is in the lineup, which is...
Is it Thanos?
Yeah, Thanos.
Fuck.
But easily the best part about this little short are the letters that Thor dictates for Daryl to send to Tony Stark and Steve Rogers. Thor writes to Tony, "How's it going? Remember that time you created the possessed robot that nearly destroyed the Earth? That was funny." Then to Steve Rogers he writes, "You remember when I goaded you into killing those prisoners and you made me swear not to tell the other Avengers? I haven't told them yet." I don't know what they're talking about with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Wait, say it again?
He goes, "Do you remember when I goaded you into killing those prisoners and you made me swear not to tell the other Avengers? I haven't told them yet." I don't remember what that's from. Like, which movie?
Killing the prisoners.
The prisoners, and that he wouldn't tell anyone.
Who killed the prisoners?
Steve Rogers. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back through all the Captain America movies. It's...
Alright, let's move on here. I don't remember. Okay, so... Thor shows up, shows us his bedroom that tells Yeah, Thor shows us his bedroom that tells Daryl to keep out an Asgardian. Inside his room, we find Thor's costume hanging up near his window, and next to his bed is a tiny bed with Mjolnir all tucked in. Then on the wall, there's a homemade crafty chart trying to explain what Infinity Stones are. It looks like he's investigating a crime. Asks who the purple man in the chair is. Notes he doesn't like to stand and has a magic glove. It's not all business, though, as there's also a drawing of Mjolnir wearing sunglasses and holding a Thor action figure. Easily the best part, though, is when Thor hangs out with Bruce Banner, and he learns that Tony Stark has been contacting Banner really frequently, asking him to join his side in Civil War. But Stark doesn't feel the need to talk to Thor on the phone at all. Tony says he'll call Thor another time, but the God of Thunder reminds him he doesn't have a phone, so he should call a raven. This was all a silly little short, but it was hilarious, and I hope you guys get to see it someday. I'm hoping it'll be like on the DVD
so is
or something.
Is this like non-canonical, though?
Yeah, it's just like a joke.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I did hear something about this. Is there an actual video online somewhere of this?
I couldn't find it. I don't think anyone got it. Yeah, I couldn't find footage of Homecoming either. I couldn't find that online. I'm sure everywhere that leaked it got pulled really fast.
Yeah, I would assume.
It should be noted that all of the footage shown was unfinished or behind the scenes footage. This is in regards to the movie now. There were lots of blue screens and unfinished effects, but most of the footage was actually storyboards and concept art. Perhaps the most shocking shot in the footage was Chris Hemsworth with a really short haircut, war paint on his face without his signature suit. There were other painted warriors and strange creatures that appear to be part of the same scene. It's not clear if this is some kind of vision Thor has, but it's certainly a drastic change from how we're used to seeing Thor. There was also a shot of Loki with a bit of different look, but nothing quite as drastic as Thor's change. Other concept art showed off the sets, but much of it flew by much too fast to latch on any specific details. But it ended with a bang by showing an animatic on a computer screen with Hulk in his full gladiator armor that was revealed at the Marvel booth, followed by a shot of Hulk and Thor jumping at each other about to engage in battle in an arena.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, fucking nuts.
Dude,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Other shots included an animatic of Kate Blanchett as Hera, basically a motion shot of the concept art that was already revealed. However, the final shot had those knowledgeable with the comics going crazy because it features Thor jumping through the air towards an absolutely giant fiery demon. That demon is none other than Surtur. Surtur, do you know who that is?
I'm not familiar.
In the comics, Surtur is a villain who has been previously defeated by Odin, but gets freed by Loki along with other enemies of Asgard. They all descended upon the city and eventually bring about Ragnarok, which will result in the destruction of all the Norse gods. This movie sounds amazing.
That does sound really cool.
Yeah. Like this and Spider-Man both sound really fucking good.
I'm gonna have to figure out what I'd like to go read whatever the Ragnarok thing's based off of. I need to find what arc it.
I'm pretty sure Ragnarok is like an evil clone of Thor. The name Ragnarok, I think that's what it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I thought I remembered reading.
I thought Ragnarok was like the end of all days.
I don't know. You talk about something very interesting while I look this up. It better be the most interesting thing of all time.
We're going to talk about how Mary Jane's going to be the best Mary Jane ever. Better than fucking Kirsten Dunst.
You're supposed to be telling the truth.
Dude, Mary Jane's supposed to be like this fucking supermodel, right? Why is Kirsten Dunst fucking Mary Jane?
They're having sex?
Yeah. Why is Kirsten Dunst casted as Mary fucking Jane?
I thought she did a good job.
I mean, I'm not saying like she was a bad character. I was just saying like, dude, like, I don't know, she doesn't look like fucking Mary Jane to me. Like, I don't. You're looking something up. I can't look stuff up.
I like how you're like she doesn't look like Mary Jane, but the black girl does.
Because she's a fucking supermodel with red hair. She's barely black. She's barely fucking black.
She's barely black.
I guarantee you my skin's darker than hers.
That's not true.
I disagree.
You disagree?
Agree to disagree, I guess.
We need to meet her just so you can stand side by side. I can't find it.
What are you looking
real
for
name,
again? I forget.
Universe, real name, Ragnarok. Alias is codename Lightning Thor. Identity unrevealed. Okay, let me just read this. Years ago when the Avengers first started, Iron Man found a strand of hair that had fallen off of Thor's head. Tony kept the hair sample in case he might need it. When the new Warriors attempted to gain ratings for their reality show by capturing a group of escaped villains
during Civil War.
Tony used the hair to create a clone of Thor. Yeah, Ragnarok is a clone of Thor. So.
Oh fuck! I think he actually killed Goliath or something.
Talking about like David and Goliath?
There's a character in the Marvel comics called Goliath who like gets like real big and shit.
Goliath is a truck in Knight Rider.
I never watched Knight Rider.
Oh.
But yeah, dude, like in the fucking Civil War comic, that Ragnarok character, I guess, is the one that kills this character called Goliath, which caused a lot of the people to question why they were fighting still, whenever clearly people were dying.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a cool turning point in that comic book.
I'm really excited Jeff Goldblum is in the new Thor. I really like Jeff Goldblum a lot.
He turns me on.
Yeah, he's pretty hot. All right, we're done. Wait, so you guys should go to our Twitter.
Yeah, we definitely need some more followers. We have 9.
We'd like to have some questions to answer. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I told all of you guys who are following us on Twitter that I was doing a Q&A. Not one of our 9 followers sent a question.
That's a shame. So yeah, go to our Twitter. It's at BreakroomBS1. That's at BreakroomBS, the number 1. And tweet us and tell us things. Follow us. Listen to our show more.
Yeah.
And tell us shit.
Yeah.
And go to SoundCloud. It's under Breakroom BS is the page, and then you can just look up Breakroom Bullshit to stream or download it over and over and over.
Just a reminder: any offensive jokes, they are just jokes, so don't take them too serious. And we aren't racist.
Yeah, I love black people. I just don't want a black pussy's great. Black pussy's really great.
You're very.
But I just don't want a black
purist
person.
when it comes to casting.
That's exactly what it is, dude. I hate in movies whenever someone's recast. It's almost the same. I want continuity.
Like when they change the lore of the character.
Dude, whenever Mark Ruffalo was recast instead of Edward Norton, I was fucking pissed forever.
Dude, I can't wait.
So mad.
I can't wait till they do a spin-off movie with Zendaya called Mary Jane Kwanzaa Edition.
No, that's racist.
It's not racist.
That's racist.
How?
Because you're making fun of her her ethnicity.
I said I can't wait
Christmas.
to see the movie. What am I making fun of?
You can't wait to see the spin-off, Mary Jane Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
What's
so hard to understand? It's going to be such a good movie.
It's funny.
It's going to be so good.
What is Mary Jane? Is she fucking Christian? What is she?
She's
a Jew?
She's white. That's what she is.
Good. That's
good.
Well, at least Zendaya has some white in her. I wish she...
Dude, I'm telling you, you're going to see the movie and be like, wow, I was actually surprised at how much I liked her character.
No, not her stupid squished Selena Gomez face.
You can't take the universe to something new. It has to be directly at... Does it have to be...
If you're taking a character from it, yes.
Different universes. The comic book universe and the... You know what would be cool? So, in the comic book universe, there are different universes. What if they crossed over the comics with the movies?
Yeah, that'd be cool, I guess.
Does that make sense? Do you get what I'm saying?
I mean, I think in order to make that work, you'd have to use a current comic storyline, yeah. You'd have to use something that's currently going on in the comics.
It'd be really hard to do and, get the timing right as far as when everything's being released and everything.
Yeah, that'd be hard, too. Like my dick. Alright, we're gonna go.
Alright.
I wanna
Cheese,
go to
bitches.
sleep. Alright, wait, hold on now. Alright, I think we're done. Alright, well thanks for joining us. Alright, have a good...
Follow, tweet, retweet.
Bye.
Cheers.